like 3:45.
Dude, I saw a guy get hit on a bike at the aftermath.
Is he okay?
I don't know. Like, if I was there a minute earlier, I would have saw the dude get pancaked by the car.
Did you get out?
No, the cops were already there.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was one of those that, like, you know, like, if I was, like, a minute or two earlier, I probably would have seen the accident happen.
Ugh.
And, yeah, I don't know if
That's not good.
Yeah, the guy was moving, so that's
Okay.
good news.
But no, I mean, like yesterday, you know, we're going through the day, like we're doing our show because we're up at the ass crack of dawn. Before even that,
right?
And you know, we're like, man, how are we gonna get through the day? How are we gonna get through the day? And like you said, you're like, man, if this day's flying by. And I'm not kidding, man. Like as soon as the Royals started, it was like you blinked and Mahomes doing a pregame interview, and you're like, oh, this Chiefs game's getting ready to start as well. And I thought that if we go with Chiefs first, which is fine because we spent a lot of time yesterday, we'll move right into the Royals after this. But I think if you start with the Chiefs and you look at what yesterday was, man, like they're so methodically like prepped. It's disgusting.
It really is. That's
like,
Andy Reid. Yeah.
Like I just was watching that game and like even you said, you're like, welcome to getting your ass kicked by a bunch of tight ends.
Yeah.
Or you're getting served a bunch of tight end on a platter. And I'm sitting there watching it. We had a pretty good group of people watching the game last night at the house. And I'm thinking to myself, like, Noah Gray, Travis Kelce, Kareem Hunt, nobody's involved, and then out of nowhere, here comes number 9, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Right.
And oh, by the way, we're going to use Xavier Worthy as a running back. And that game just let me know that, yes, the Vikings are 5-0. Yes, Houston is 4-1. There is no one on this level that the Kansas City Chiefs are on. The Kansas City Chiefs, not only did they lose their number 1 wide receiver, not only did they lose their number 1 running back, they replaced both those guys last night with a guy who's a seasoned vet who goes for 130 and another guy who goes for 120. And then in the midst of all that, their left tackle goes down for a couple plays. And you think to yourself,
oh, boy.
Really? Here we go again. And Mahomes throws for a cool, calm, collected 331 yards. Travis Kelce is reborn. And everybody sits back and goes, yeah, they beat the Saints. The same Saints team that a lot of people thought were an NFC favorite.
At 2-0, everybody was crowning the Saints, right? Mac.
And I'm one of them. I thought the Saints were decent. I thought Derek Carr was playing good. Poor guy got an oblique strain.
Yeah,
so
but in football, the oblique, that guy will be back. Baseball oblique, forget about it. 5 months.
5 months.
Yeah.
And I thought the greatest thing about that game last night was the Chiefs solidified. They looked determined. They go into the bye week 5-0. And by God, ain't nobody touching the AFC right now.
No, this thing's over in the AFC. And you know, you look around, and it really is Andy Reid is just masterful. And I know I put in the rundown, I want to do an Andy Reid appreciation segment at some point. But, Mike, I'm just going to do an Andy Reid appreciation segment right now. Appreciate the F out of Andy Reid because he's the greatest coach in the NFL that's ever lived. And there really is no debating about that anymore. I know people will say Shula and Belichick and wins and all that kind of stuff. Fantastic. They have the longevity right now over Andy Reid. Nobody's better at their job in the history of this league than Andy Reid. He is just a masterful head coach. And I want to read the exact text I sent to you guys last night because it was like, you know, you've been in the service industry before, right? And waited tables. Hi, welcome in. Tonight's special is whatever it is. And I said,
tight ends.
Hi, welcome to Arrowhead. We're the Chiefs. Tonight's ass kicking will be served with tight ends. I mean, Noah Gray, Travis Kelce. Okay, we don't have the wide receiver group we have. So now we've got these tight ends that we can give you. And you mentioned, you know, Kareem Hunt, 102 yards on the ground, 130 yards through the air for Juju, 70 more for Travis Kelce. Like the two of them combined at senior citizen discount prices, right? 200 yards combined for Travis Kelce and Juju Smith-Schuster last night. Throwing another 102 for Kareem Hunt just rushing. So you're talking about 100, 200, 302 yards combined for those three guys. 2 weren't here when training camp started, and 1, a lot of people have said, Carrington, that the guy is washed. And so those 3 guys last night, an alumni night at Arrowhead, combined for 300 yards in offense. And I didn't even include, I guess he didn't have any receptions out of it. Oh, Kareem Hunt had 15 yards receiving last night as well. So you're looking at like 317 combined yards from Juju Smith-Schuster, Travis Kelce, and Kareem Hunt. 2 guys that weren't here at the beginning of the year, and Travis Kelce, who Carrington said is washed. That was your offense last night. That's the Andy Reid appreciation text, moment, segment, whatever it is that we have to do. Like, I know we're caught up in Patrick Mahomes. I know we're caught up in Bobby Witt Jr. I know we're caught up in we got to get caught up in Andy Reid. I've never seen somebody do their job in a masterclass like Andy Reid is doing, challenging the call the proper way. His first challenge of the season was a brilliant challenge, utilizing the weapons that they have to a T. I mean, It's just amazing to watch Andy Reid coach right now. And as you said, with all of these injuries, with a negative turnover differential, this team is 5-0. Like, imagine if they were clicking on any cylinders, let alone all cylinders. They'd still be 5-0,
no doubt.
but everybody would be talking about how dominating they are, and they're a dominating team right now. To do what they're doing with the personnel that they have is a dominating football team, and Andy Reid is the best head coach that the NFL has ever seen, past or present, flat out, hands down. There is no argument to be made.
Stays in at running back. Smith-Schuster goes in motion behind Mahomes, who's under center. Fakes a handoff to Hunt. Mahomes goes middle. Touch. Smith-Schuster 50. Near side 40. To the 30. Smith-Schuster 25-20. Stiff arms the run defensive back. But Juju Smith-Schuster wide open in the north 40. Goes for 50 yards in the pasture. And the Chiefs right back in the Saints' face.
You could have heard all that here on 96.5 The Fan. Oh, by the way, there's a baseball game we get to talk about on the inside because there's a little bit of a Jazz guy that likes to talk a little bit of you-know-what.
Jazz is done. He's coming to Kansas City. I tell you what, man. Ooh,
we about to be there on Wednesday night. Mac Morey, Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, if you have erectile dysfunction, you probably don't want to talk about it, right? You probably don't want to tell everybody about it, but you know what? You probably want to get that solved, right? Well, I've got the solution for you. The folks over at Heartland Men's Health can help you out because ED causes an emotional toll on relationships, and it impacts a man's confidence and self-esteem. And we all know how that feels, right? You don't want to be in those situations. But if you get in touch with my friends over at Heartland Men's Health, they can get you treatments when the pills or herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. And some treatments can even have you last an hour or more. Heartland Men's Health is successfully treating guys in the Kansas City area, and they're ready for you. So do yourself a favor. If you're struggling with ED, schedule a consult with Heartland Men's Health today. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider, a T and PSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They've got 3 locations to serve you: Overland Park, Independence between Blue Springs and Lee Summit, and their new office in North Kansas City. So call them today, 844-447-6600, or visit heartlandmenshealth.com.
I love this business, really. I love seeing the look on a guy's face the first time he sees the ring we created. The custom ring that's going to say to her what he can't say with words. The ring she'll show off to her family and friends and wear for the rest of her life. Yeah, I love it. This is Gene at House of Diamonds, and I see a lot of it. In fact, we're having our best year ever. I love that, too. More people are trusting House of Diamonds than ever before. They come for our one-of-a-kind custom jewelry, to be sure, but they also come for a better diamond at a better price because we only carry the top 5% in each diamond grade, priced direct from the cutter. In fact, a new customer recently compared our diamond to a so-called higher-graded and more expensive diamond at a store down the street. Our diamond was noticeably better in color, brilliance, and quality. No surprise. You don't last 3 decades as a family business charging more for less. House of Diamonds, still on the southeast corner of College and Quivira.
Here we are, smack dab in the political season. A time to take pause and scrutinize the integrity of the spoken word. Well, here's a Lennox offer that needs no scrutiny at all. Midwest Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing now offers up to $1,200 in rebates on qualifying Lennox home comfort systems and up to 60 months 0% financing with approved credit. That's up to $1,200 back and 0% interest just to make life easier. Airman here to remind you that Midwest was founded in 1962 on a simple premise. Customers actually appreciate being treated with respect. Imagine that. Today, 3 generations later, the same family still owns and operates Midwest, knowing that fads come and go, but integrity never goes out of style. If you are considering a new Lennox system or need service, go to MidwestHeating.com or dial 943-8787. Trust your air to the best. Midwest. Midwest Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
I'm Brian Tedesco, CEO of Blaupunkt Americas, the pioneers of the car stereo. Today, we're not just about sound systems. We are revolutionizing the e-bike scene with Blue Dot Bike. Thanks to AmericanEagle.com, our online presence now features a dynamic e-commerce website that showcases the quality and affordability of our foldable e-bikes. And our collegiate e-bikes, just perfect for the college fanatic. These e-bikes offer a new way to experience freedom on two wheels, no matter your age. When we needed a top-notch website to match our cutting-edge e-bikes, we turned to AmericanEagle.com. They made the impossible seem easy, tackling digital challenges like pros. Check out the Blue Dot Bike website to see AmericanEagle.com's amazing work in action. Need the best in website and digital marketing solutions? AmericanEagle.com is your go-to. They've been a game changer for us, and they can be for you too. Visit AmericanEagle.com or call 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Using the Labor Day weekend to get some work done? We got you. Stop by any store to save on oil, fuel system cleaner, wipers, and more. Looking for an end of summer wash? We've got deals for that too. Don't want to leave the garage? Get same-day delivery on AutoZone.com. Do Labor Day your way by getting something done at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer whenever I want?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. 94% of Sleep Number smart sleepers report better sleep. And now, during our biggest sale of the year, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Plus free home delivery on select smart beds when you add any base. Ends Labor Day. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Our Labor Day savings start now at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on Valspar Reserve or HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Infinity or Showcase Interior Paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. Whether you're painting one accent wall or want to freshen up a whole room, we've got you covered. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. Valid through 9/4.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, online at GannAsphalt.com. Missouri side, checking the Cordell and Cordell no delay freeway, I-70 westbound for 470 into downtown is 15 minutes. Looking to transform your business's property, noticing crumbling curbs, uneven sidewalks, parking lot potholes, or faded striping. Gann Asphalt and Concrete makes your project a streamlined process with one contractor. All things parking lot. Gann Asphalt and Concrete, online at GannAsphalt.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
I think it's safe to say that our luck has officially turned around, guys. We are back, baby. We are back. We are back. Classic. We are back.
Still feels the same that we're going to win it, you know. I don't feel like anybody feels any different, you know. We're going to go out there and do our thing still. We still don't feel like any team is better than us. Like you said, we had a lot of missed opportunities tonight, so they just got lucky.
Kiss my ass,
there it
Jazz.
is. We got lucky.
I need Kansas City to absolutely heckle this clown. You sir, got lucky that the Yankees took a shot on your broke ass that you got out of Miami.
Man.
That you don't have to play for the Marlins. You, sir, come on.
I mean, they just that's the second time now in this series that Jazz has said something that kind of perked my ears up a little bit. He had another comment the other day.
Yeah, what's he done?
And he did hit a home run last night. It was kind of their only offense in that game.
Did it matter?
Last night. No, it didn't. Okay. No, it didn't. But
Aaron Judge got lucky with an infield single.
Yeah, Aaron Judge is doing exactly what I told you. Aaron Judge was
choking.
Choking. Who's having a better series, Aaron Judge or Bobby Witt?
Neither. They're combined 1 for 12.
I know, and great. And Bobby's making errors out in the field and things like that.
Bobby just needs to get the hell out of New York.
I mean, it's been a rough 2 games for Bobby.
Get out of New York,
right? I don't know what it is or whatnot, but let the randos continue to do their thing and let them drive in runs. And congratulations to Garrett Hampson and some of these guys you never heard of before.
Unsung hero, man,
doing some great things. Garrett Hampson's having a great ALDS, right? He's doing amazing things. But when you say stuff like that, like Jazz Chisholm did, you've got to back it up. And as we've known since 2009, the Yankees have not won a World Series. Each day, each inning, each pitch, each out that goes by where they're not in the lead is more and more and more and more and more and more pressure put on those New York Yankees. And so the last thing you want to do is stir up the other team and also stir up the other team's fan base. And it's already starting in New York. Here's the headline from the New York, the New York Post today. Yankees big money stars running out of time to save season. This series is tied 1-1, and the New York tabloids are this close to writing off the Yankees and writing off Judge and writing off Jazz Chisholm and writing off another season that they feel like, hey, they're coming to Kansas City now, and the Royals have Lugo and Waka going these next couple of days. They've got an opportunity to lose both of these games and get knocked out early again in the postseason. So Jazz Chisholm doesn't need to be going out there and doing that to his other teammates out there right now, and now doing that to a crowd in Kansas City. Because I got a feeling come Wednesday night when we're all sitting out there at Kauffman Stadium, there's going to be some extra booze. I mean,
you going?
Oh yeah.
We got early morning Bob on a Thursday.
It's I got both games.
Nice.
It is.
It's both.
It is. It's going to be canoish, like it really is. Like,
I mean, everybody for the Yankees will be getting canoed.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a dumbass thing to do by a dumbass player who's never played in big moments before.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't do that kind of stuff. And so Jazz Chisholm just set his entire team up to get their nuts kicked in on Wednesday night and Thursday night. So if that guy backs it up and goes 4 for 4 and has a couple of home runs, okay, I'm going to tip my cap to you. Nicely done. But you have now just set your team up that can't hit out of a wet paper bag, that's getting ready to face potential Cy Young Award winner Seth Lugo on Wednesday night at Kauffman Stadium in front of a hostile environment. You just screwed your team. Like, if I'm Aaron Judge, Full Metal Jacket's happening on the plane ride out here to Jazz Chisholm, because that's the dumbest thing you could possibly say, you jackass.
Well, I just also don't like when athletes use the terms like they got lucky.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
Not really.
No.
They had well-placed hits. They had a home run by Salvador Perez that had an amazing angle from it. I thought they finally nailed the umpire's cam. Don't need to see it ever again, but that was a good.
I hate the umpire.
That was a one and done for me, because
I feel like I'm seasick.
I actually almost called the Salvador Perez home run in front of my people that were watching the game, and I said, "Oh, they just got Sal Perez up. He's 2-0. Here we go. Bang.
That was a rocket, too. That would have been out of Kauffman Stadium. I think that hits the Hall of Fame at Kauffman Stadium.
That thing was yoked.
That thing was to Overland Park, as Joe Buck said last night.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. On 2nd and 24, on 2nd and 34, he goes, "It's 2nd and Overland Park."
Yeah.
I was like, "Well done, Joe." But no, let's address one elephant in the room. Bobby Witt Jr. needs to get the hell out of New York.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
10 at-bats, 0 hits, 4 strikeouts. He has 0-0-0 over everything, whereas in the wild card games, he was 3 for 9, 2 RBI, only 1 strikeout. Against the Yankees, 0 for 10, 10 at-bats, 10 plate appearances, 4 strikeouts. Just get the hell out of New York.
And he's looked like a rookie. I mean, he's looked as bad as I've ever seen Bobby Witt Jr.
And I don't know if it's pressing or if it's like the pressure or the lights in New York and Broadway and all that, maybe. But now
it's first time.
Yeah, and now his playoff batting average is 158. So if we're going to sit here, we're going to talk about Aaron Judge.
Oh God,
who's also hitting now in a career 208 in the playoffs. 208 in 7 years. Bobby Witt Jr. 1 year. So let's kind of think about that. Bobby Witt Jr.'s played 2 series. He's got a total of 19 plate appearances, and he's struck out 5 times. It's 4 times in the series. It's one of those things. Get out of New York, let the pressure calm down, but.
But the thing is, Bobby doesn't have to carry this team now in the postseason.
No.
Like, this is where postseason baseball is so much different than regular season baseball. Bobby was the catalyst during the regular season. He does not need to be the catalyst now during the postseason. You've got some legitimate veterans in this lineup. And, you can go back again and look at, 14 and 15, or even at, like, some of the Chiefs teams that won Super Bowls. It's those unsung veterans that make plays, the Mike Pinnells of the world. Look, I know people hate Daniel Sorensen, but his play against Cleveland saves that entire season and gets you back to the Super Bowl. Tyrann Mathieu being a veteran influence on this team. This is like Garrett Hampson, Tommy Pham, Yuli Gurriel. I got a call from somebody who works closely with the Astros organization in minor league baseball, and they go, watch Yuli Gurriel in this series against the Yankees. He's going to be big. Yuli Gurriel has been nothing but fantastic for this team in these 2 games against the Yankees. And then you got Tommy Pham in there. I mean, like, you've got these 4 guys that were kind of retread cast-offs that nobody wanted to talk about that are veteran presence in that lineup. And I'll factor in Miguel Garcia as well, who was amazing last night. Mm-hmm. He's kind of the 4th member of the Randos. But like you did an unbelievable thing by acquiring these veterans, and this is why you acquired these veterans, because they've got that postseason experience. Tommy Pham's been there. He was in the World Series last year. Gurriel cheated to a championship. He's been there before. Garrett Hampson has been around the block in the big leagues before. Mm-hmm. These guys have experience. They're taking over, and that's great. It's taken all the pressure off of Bobby Witt Jr. He does not have to go out there and carry this franchise in the postseason. Those veteran experienced guys are doing that, and that's the difference between a young guy in the playoffs and an old guy in the playoffs. Aaron Judge just sucks in the playoffs.
Yeah, and you talk about, your unsung heroes. Garrett Hampson, Kyle Isbell, Miguel Garcia goes 7 for 9 last night.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
7
wild.
for 9. The Royals had 11 hits.
Yeah.
Those guys would have 2 of the 4 RBI for the Royals as well. Bob Costas was,
hit to short. Witt gets the force. Can they turn 2? Yes, they can, and it's just the point we were making. It's not Giancarlo's fault. A near base hit, couldn't beat it out at the other end, turns into a double play.
Sorry, Bob.
And that's why America doesn't like Bob Costas right now.
New York?
That call, how depressed did Bob Costas sound?
Hit to short. Witt gets the force. Can they turn 2? Yes, they can, and it's just the point we were making. It's not Giancarlo's fault. A near base hit.
It's not Giancarlo's
couldn't beat it out at the other end. Turns
Bobby
into a
Witt
double
some
play.
Credit for making that play.
We're calling Mike.
Yeah, we're calling Mike. Yeah, that's right. But like, I was kind of defending Bob Costas, because I've heard a lot of hate. And Max, I haven't heard any hate. Oh, there's plenty of hate. He's trending on Twitter. Like, nobody likes what Bob Costas is doing on the broadcast. And I thought to myself, man, maybe it's just the younger generation not appreciating who Bob Costas was over the years, because young people don't watch sports anymore. And so now it's on the main stage, and you're seeing Bob Costas, like, who's this old timer on here? I don't know what it is, but that call right there, if that doesn't sound like a guy who's in the pocket of the Yankees, like who's a Yankee fan wearing his Yankee cap on a national, like if that's the announcer if that's Michael Kay, or if that's John Sterling on the Yankee broadcast, or Susan Waldman, right? Fine, that's the Yankee broadcast. That's a national televised broadcast where Bob Costas clearly is depressed that Bobby Witt made a great play in the hole and turned a double play, and the Yankees are out of the inning.
I just think it's interesting that, that's why I think it's so sweet to be a Royals fan. Like, for years, it was, the Chiefs were that team where it's like, F New England, like, nobody likes Dallas, nobody likes this. And then, like, the Chiefs come around, like, oh, Kansas City, enjoy the moment. And then everybody hates Kansas City.
Right.
I'm getting back into, like, what it used to feel like. Because now it's like everybody in the major media wants L.A. and New York.
Yeah.
No matter how it works out, we want Ohtani, we want Judge, we want the Bronx, we want the West Coast.
Because that generates the most money.
And
right?
I say F that. I like sports for stories.
Yeah, I do too.
And I mean, I know I'm biased because I want the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, but I want them to play the Lions.
Yeah,
I want
them to play the Vikings now, though, because
then you get the three-peat against the team that you got your first ever title against. So there's
a great story there,
right?
too. Ooh, goosebumps I just got. Not kidding. I was like, ooh.
Kevin O'Connell, Andy Reid, up-and-comer, veteran coach.
If I got to hear about Kevin O'Connell anymore, my God.
Well, it is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. And she's all about ranking her hot coaches, by the way, my wife. But she says there's not that many good-looking coaches in. If she wants to call up now, Jen, we'll take your phone call. But she's like going through, like, Matt LaFleur's too short. And
doesn't like his haircut.
Yeah,
like
so
too short.
Yeah.
I feel like Bob goes home and goes, Do we need to talk about some coaches?
Yeah.
You want to talk about what you were talking to Dusty about?
You're texting Dusty about these coaches that you're in love with. Like, we can have the conversation. It's okay. We can role play.
There you go. Yeah, just put the headset on.
Give me a headset and a purple pullover, baby. I'm Kevin O'Connell coming home.
She says some night, she goes, why don't you put that Andy Reid shield on? It's gonna get messy.
Is that thing still in the Hall of Fame?
Oh, you better believe it. Put the shield on, Bob. It's gonna get messy today. Call me Lionel.
Can you be LaFleur today?
Yeah.
Fine.
Get on LaFleur. Yeah. Peter's brother. But no,
what were we talking about?
I don't know. Sex. You look at last night with the Royals game, and I think it's interesting because I know there is the obvious, which is the media and people love major teams.
Right.
Now, it's going to suck when the Royals beat the Yankees in this series and Detroit beats the Cleveland Guardians in the series, and all of a sudden be like, oh, God, baseball's terrible. It's the Yankees or it's the Dodgers and the Royals. We'll love it, which is fine.
I don't know that the Dodgers are making it out of the National League, brother. Man, that Padre. How would you love a Padres Royals World Series? That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, except that I feel like the Padres not having a World Series title is kind of interesting. But look, I want nothing more than the Yankees to lose. But the other thing I don't want to see get caught up in it is I don't want to see the Royals get caught up in this is their World Series.
Yeah,
it's no, there's more than just beating the Yankees in the ALDS. And they come home on Wednesday, they'll play at 6:08. I'll be there, you'll be there, Alex and Cody will be there with me as well, as we do everything we can for you people of Kansas City to give you all the content we can drive for you. But I thought last night was great, man, because you're watching that game, you're watching the Chiefs game at the same time. At least, I had the picture set up in big screen.
Everybody was loving the YouTube TV.
They did it. Yeah, they came in clutch.
Yeah,
and I think the thing that was great about that game is that, it was 1-0, but that's all the Yankees had until the ninth inning when Irsay gave the home run to Chisholm. But, you watch that game, and it was at least at one point, it was every time the Chiefs game went to commercial, the Royals did something. And then they come back, and the Royals go to commercial, and the Chiefs are going because we almost got a 360 Patrick Mahomes throw that about broke the entire world. You got that, and then Travis Kelce's doing his thing. T. Swift's at Arrowhead. Jason Kelsey's out there with our guy Blair. I don't know if you saw that.
I heard.
Shout out Blair. Yeah, he was
Blair's
on ESPN.
out there slamming bears.
He's on ESPN, TMZ. So shout out to Blair Falconer, man, great guy. I'd love to see it for him. But man, to take last night's game and not only that, but we talked about this, you could have parlayed it yesterday for 233. Royals win, Chiefs win. And last night, to me, watching the Royals beat the Yankees and the Chiefs beat the Saints and Derek Carr just out there just up-a-chucking it, which is hilarious.
Oh, my God.
And then he hits Rashid Shaheed. He's like, I told you.
Yeah,
I told you.
That
was kind of cringy. But,
you had one play in a game.
Right. And you watch how that whole night unfolded. And I don't know what people did for, get-togethers, or maybe you just watched it with your, significant other. But, last night was, to me, the greatest night in Kansas City sports as a unison. I know that winning the World Series, you shirt off, throw it around, fireworks. People were blowing fireworks up last night.
Really?
In my neighborhood.
You're in Missouri, yeah.
Yeah, in my neighborhood, there were fireworks shooting through. Yeah. And not only was it at least some in Missouri.
Yeah.
And the Royals win and the Chiefs win on the same night, and the Royals beat the Yankees in the Bronx. The Chiefs win on Monday Night Football. Joe Buck, Bob Costas, Troy Aikman, Robert De Niro, who was with Joe Buck whoever's doing the baseball game.
Costas.
Costas.
You think Ron Darling looks like Robert De Niro?
A couple people said he did, and then
really?
I almost switched the audio to the Royals game because it sounded like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were talking in a metal can.
So I missed that at the beginning. I got a bunch of texts of people complaining about that. Get him a different mic. What's going on? I'm I'm watching the baseball. But there was a point in time where it was Royals had a pitch, then the Chiefs would run a play, then the Royals would have a pitch. It was in sync for a very long time. I'm like, this is good. I like that we're not kind of competing with each other.
Yeah.
And I did find myself with the sound going back and forth constantly, depending on what was going on and whatnot. And I found myself kind of with the sound more on football than I thought I would, and then go back to baseball. And I'm like, well, this is unique. I mean, it was a fun night. I'm good with having one game though per night. I don't know, the stress level really high, and then trying to concentrate on each game. I've got a little ADD going on and whatnot, and so it's well, what TV do I watch? But overall, a really just a fun Kansas City night where neither big star threw a touchdown or got a hit, and we won comfortably. I mean, it's just remarkable to watch what's happening right now in Kansas City. And it's great to see the synergy, too, like Mahomes talking about the Royals and whatnot. We'll get to that. Andy Reid, everybody's talking about the Royals, the Let's Go Royals chants at Arrowhead last night.
Awesome.
Both broadcasts, like we said, going back and forth, talking about the city and what's going on and all of that kind of stuff. Like, it was a great advertisement for Kansas City.
And that's what I was saying. Like, that's where, like, you know, yeah, World Series wins are awesome to see as a city. Yeah, Super Bowl wins are awesome as a town. But, like, this was one of those things last night where, and I'm sure a lot of you noticed this, but in the baseball broadcast, they were talking about the Chiefs. And in the football broadcast, they were talking about the Royals.
Yeah.
In fact, you know, you saw Andy Reid at the end of his press conference. He goes, yeah, and finally, shout out to the Royals.
Yeah.
You know, congrats on the big win tonight. Mahomes, post-game press conference, gets asked, how about your Royals tonight? Yeah, we're really excited. Can't wait for the game. Mahomes will be there Wednesday. Guarantee it.
And one of the things tonight, just sort of about the vibe, obviously you're locked in on the game itself, but were you cognizant in some way of how the fans were responding?
100%. I was trying not to be. I really wanted to focus on the game and then look after and maybe get like a scoreboard kind of shot of it, and they gave us a couple of those, but like you could feel that stuff was going good. And there was kind of a lull there, kind of I think towards the end of the game, and I was like, they're not showing it, the score. The Yankees came back. But no, the Royals picked it up and got the win, and it was extremely exciting to see that the fan base, because I mean, obviously we know that the fans at Arrowhead are going to be loud and ruckus and be really into the game. But I haven't got to experience that stadium in Kaufman, sold out playoffs and that stuff, and so it was cool to see that kind of combine.
You about to, Patty?
That's the plan. I got to it's bye week, so Brittany's vacation and me getting to the Royals game will feud for sure.
Is that like a Texas accent?
That's got to be. Can't wait to go to the Royals game. Can't wait to go to the Royals game.
And it's good to know, I forget which broadcast we were on, but they finally let the cat out of the bag. Mahomes owns 1% of the Royals. Was that on the Royals broadcast or was that on the Chiefs broadcast?
Doesn't matter. He's part owner.
But they finally said, like, everybody's been wondering for all these years, how much does Mahomes really have? And I think it was Costas or Buck. One of the others said, I think it probably was Buck, said he has 1% ownership of the. I thought Buck was good last night, too. I know people don't like Joe Buck, but I
was so like high in the moment. I didn't really hear any sort of announcements. I heard the Overland Park line. And I was like, that kind of rang a bell. But other than that, I was just so like back and forth. It was just
it was like ping pong a little bit last night.
It was fantastic,
and you were hoping like one team put it away early. Like the Chiefs again, opportunities to end this thing before halftime, and then Butker misses a field goal and they throw the interception in the end zone and whatnot, and had an opportunity to really pull this thing away and really like ice this thing before halftime, and they didn't.
Here we go, second down and goal. Mahomes in the gun, the two in New Orleans. P. Ryan in motion. There's the shotgun snap, the fake handoff, the quick throw at the goal line is deflected and it's intercepted on the play by Saunders. He runs the big man, the 10, near sideline 20, on the near sideline 30. Got a block in from behind. The former Chief is taken down. The Saints big man got it on the ricochet at the goal line on a pass intended for Smith-Schuster. That was a thick pick. That was a thick pick.
It was a thick pick, is what Kevin Harlan said. Like, you're driving, deliver the final blow. But this team wants the other opposition to hang around, I guess, all the time, too, Dusty. It's like, just finish a game. Put your foot on the throat and end this thing so we can all concentrate on the Royals.
Fastest 40 minutes of your life today. Started at 6 o'clock until now. Coming up on the other side, we got to do it. It's Tuesday. It's Tough Tuesdays. Mac Morey, Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens. You're listening to 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Manning Roofing can help you out when you need them the most. I mean, if a storm rolls through and you've got that hail damage, you've got to call my friends over at Manning Roofing. Or if your roof is just old and it's time to be replaced, then call my friends over at Manning Roofing. Couple of reasons why I love Manning Roofing. Number one, it's a great company. I mean, when you have people work together for more than 5 years on the same crew and they continue to go there every single day, it tells you what kind of great work environment that has. And when you have great employees like Manning Roofing does, you're going to get great service when they put that roof on on your house. The employees are happy. They love working there. Brian Manning is awesome. So guys love going to work at Manning Roofing, and they're going to do an amazing job for you like they did for us. Another great reason to hire Manning Roofing is that they're a true general contractor. That means, you know what? They can do your gutters. They can do your windows. They can do your siding and your roof. A lot of time, roofers are just roofers, and that's all they do. And then you have to find somebody to do the gutters or the siding or the windows. Manning can handle everything. They are a true one-stop shop, and they understand the insurance game as well. They have done thousands of jobs in Kansas City and have never once been rejected by an insurance company. So if you have insurance issues, even if you didn't use Manning, get in touch with them today. Set up your free appointment at manninggc.com or give them a call, 816-448-8208. That's manninggc.com. Manning is my one-stop shop for roofs, gutters, siding, and windows. The choice is simple. It's Manning Roofing.
Hey, it's Cody and Gold, and for those of you who've been listening to the show for a while, you know all about our friends over at Centric and how you can find a brand new career in as little as 4 months. But did you also know that you can work with your current schedule with some of their flex options for learning online or in person?
Maybe you're just getting out of high school and want to start that career now and that career path now, or you're looking for that change with better advancement, better pay. Centric can do those things for you.
They have plenty of funding options like the GI Bill. You just got to go talk to our friend Russ at Centric.com. That's CENTRIQ.com.
Hi. This weekly football recap is brought to you by MD Anderson Cancer Center.
Week 5 kicked off on Thursday when Tampa Bay fell to Atlanta in overtime, leaving them both with 3-2 records so far this season. Then New York and Minnesota played Sunday morning in London, where Minnesota defeated New York 23-17 to continue their undefeated streak and land them with a 5-0 record.
MD Anderson Cancer Center is doing whatever it takes in the pursuit of making cancer history. Learn more at findyourmdanderson.com.
MD Anderson Cancer Center is again ranked #1 in the nation for cancer care by U.S. News & World Report's Best Hospitals rankings. Our physicians treat more types of cancers in a day than many see in their whole career. This unmatched depth of expertise, combined with our groundbreaking discoveries, gives our patients access to the most innovative treatment options. Learn more at mdanderson.org.
Calling all Kansas City football fans to downtown Las Vegas. Join us at Circa Resort and Casino this October for the ultimate game day getaway. Huddle up at Overhang Bar with 96.5 The Fan for our pregame tailgates on Fridays with drink specials and giveaways, including a pair of game day tickets. Then catch all the action at the world's largest sportsbook or lounge in the center of it all at America's favorite place to watch football, Stadium Swim, featuring 6 pools and a massive 143-foot screen. To book your huddle up experience, visit circalasvegas.com today.
Hey, it's Bob Fescoe, and you don't have to keep living with all of that joint pain. Real, lasting relief is possible with help from QC Kinetics. People here are getting their lives back, getting their mobility back, thanks to QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in cellular therapies that can revitalize your joints. And I'm talking about advanced regenerative medicine, using your own body's healing properties, highly concentrated and carefully placed in your achy joint. Back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain. These are cutting-edge treatments that require no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a quick in-office procedure that can get you moving again. You owe it to yourself to learn more. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know, to check that your seats aren't in the visitor section first, before buying tickets.
I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe you got us tickets.
Me too. Wait, are we on the wrong side?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
This is going to be a long game.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle ultrafine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's big moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex, breathe, use as directed.
Our Labor Day savings start now at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on Valspar Reserve or HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Infinity or Showcase Interior Paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. Whether you're painting one accent wall or want to freshen up a whole room, we've got you covered. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. Valid through 9/4.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Renner Garage Door, RENNER, forward and back on the Kansas side. Trouble 35 southbound before 435 with an accident. Checking it out on the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras. The right and center lanes are blocked, and it's building delays quickly towards 95th Street and beyond. Whether you need a new Smart LiftMaster opener, service repair, or brand new garage door, Renner Garage Door has you covered. Locally owned, top rated, RENNER, forward and back. RennerDoor.com. Touchdown Renner. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
I can feel it in my plums today. I literally can feel it there. I literally had to wear 2 pairs of underwear today.
Oh, wow. I still am not wearing any.
No, I got these new all-in-motion draws from Target. Very nice, silky. You
Are they the Target brand, or is it a different?
I don't know. That's just called All in Motion. They have like their own little section in Target. It's fantastic.
Oh, okay, I'll have to go in there and look at the All in Motion.
You should.
Section.
Oh yeah.
I like Target's like workout clothes and things
That's
like
where you
that.
need to go.
They do
It's like
really
a
good
little.
stuff.
It's like a little like crossed off section. It's between like kids and men, and it's like right in the middle. And they have like these pants.
Well, every
that
Target's different though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're mostly the same sort of setup.
Do you go to a Greatland Target or do you go to a Super
I
Target?
went to this one. They have 30 packs of Miller Lite. In Shawnee Mission.
In Kansas?
Dude, I'm dead
Wow,
serious.
how about that? Wow.
30 pack. I almost bought one yesterday. I was like, It's like between that, a vinyl, and responsible stuff. Like,
what vinyl were you going to buy yesterday?
I keep looking for Zach Bryan's new vinyl. I can't find it at Target yet.
Yeah.
I almost bought Fleetwood Mac's Greatest Hits.
Why not just order that online?
Yeah, was it Amazon?
I like to get it.
You like, okay, that's
like
fine.
I ordered my playoff hoodie on September 27th. It's like it'll be delivered between October 7th and the 11th. I'm like, come on!
What's today? The 8th. Okay, so it should be. I thought you were going to say October 7th and Christmas.
Yeah,
you know, when they get that thing moving on.
That's
right?
why I'm glad they keep winning because I don't want to have it. They got swept. Like,
yeah,
damn
man.
it,
What am I supposed to do with
Yeah.
this? Right? Like they lose the series. It comes like say they lose in like Game 4 or Game 5, right? And it comes on that Monday after. Like, what am I going to do with this right
nothing
now?
you can.
Yeah, memories, right? Yeah, get back to the postseason.
Real quickly, shout out Kurt Likens. Happy birthday to my dad.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to the biggest parrot head other than Bob Fescoe that I know on this earth.
Well,
so
there you go.
Shout out Kurt Likens, my dad.
There you go, Kurt. How old is he today? 50?
No, he's 68 or 69. I hope it's the latter.
Yeah, brother.
But no, so I know he got a great birthday last night because that guy, man. Not only that, but like I don't know if you guys had this or not, but like I had family members and friends that were just like absolutely immediately Carlos Rodon haters.
Oh,
they're like, F this guy.
Have you ever seen
I
a guy
forgot how much I
dominate?
hated the Yankees.
Like he went from domination to dud in like I've never seen somebody go from masterclass to holy crap, what happened to that guy in
or the
between
opposite
innings?
with Angel Zerpa.
Yeah, or Zerpa. Or even, Reagan's last night. I mean, like his first 2 batters, it's like, okay, here we go again.
A lot of pitches.
Stanton's talking all kinds of smack as he's going down the first base. And then Aaron Judge. I mean, Aaron Judge, let me say this. Aaron Judge would ruin Christmas if he showed up at your door. I mean, like, that guy is just absolutely like.
He's the Grinch.
I was trying to think of the analogy last night. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen somebody who's this alleged great player become so bad when the moments matter most. Like, he is the antithesis of Michael Jordan. He's like Jeffrey Jordan. right? Would that be the antithesis of Michael Jordan? Like, you're so good, and then you're so bad in the moments that matter most, right? And, I mean, he came up with 2 on, and my wife starts getting nervous, and my son is a little bit nervous. I'm like, it's Aaron Judge. He's going to strike out. 3 pitches, strikeout, game turned right there. Like, that was it. Like, Aaron Judge is a human rain delay. He's a rally killer. And the Soto sticking out his tongue, running down first base after that walk. I mean, that kind of, I guess, refocused Cole Reagans because he went right after Judge got him, the next guy, and the next guy. And that inning was over. And they didn't have many more scoring opportunities after that in that game last night. And so I love the way Cole Reagans settled in, man. He was rough at first and then went, oh, my God, he's really good. And Rodon was so good in the first 2 innings. And then he turned out to be a turd, too, and the Royals got to him. Like, it was crazy, man. It was great to see last night.
Salvador Perez shocked his world when he hit that home run. Speaking of shocking the world, we got to do it. It's Tuesday at 6:50. We get to our Tough Tuesdays here, guys. Mac, why don't you start this off with our Tough Tuesdays in the NFL? Some guys that are may not be here for the long haul for this season, according to Mackenstein.
Man, it was a tough Tuesday kind of Sunday, wasn't it? I mean, you're watching football on Sunday, you're going, that guy should be fired. Oh, that guy's days are numbered.
There were 2 guys that didn't need to make it to the postgame press conference.
Absolutely.
Wait, which 2 are you thinking about?
McDermott and Taylor.
Yeah.
Zach Taylor is where I'm starting. I mean, Zach Taylor, absolutely just abominable. I mean,
do you know what their record is against AFC teams, by the way? They're 4-11 in their last 15 games against AFC teams.
Wow. And, I mean,
Can we stop talking about the Bengals being a contender?
They beat the Chiefs 3 years ago. They have not done crap since.
Not done anything since.
Yeah, anything.
Mac almost cussed.
They're almost close. They're not better than the Ravens. They're not better than the Bills. This team is done. I look at their schedule, and I'm like, there's still a 1% chance. But with Zach Taylor as your head coach, I'm counting you out.
Giants are going to beat that ass this weekend.
Dude, I hope so. If Malik Neighbors is back, Devin Singletary's back, I wouldn't be surprised.
Giants
that
defense
defense
is
awful. That offense is fine. That defense is terrible.
We were
Zach
told Lou Ferrigno is such a great defensive coordinator for the Bengals, and he's going to be the next great head coach. He had 1 game against the Chiefs. So I got a half.
I once hit Lou Ferrigno on a golf course.
With your fist?
Wow. No, with my golf ball.
Oh, boy.
Ask my buddy Mike Price. He was there.
Did he crush you?
He almost did. He came back and said, have you ever been hit by a golf ball? I was like, unfortunately, no, man. I'm sorry. Hit him right in the chest. 250 yards out. 3-wood. Hole 8. Drum farm.
Why was Lou Ferrigno out there playing?
I don't know.
golf?
This guy looked like Lou Ferrigno.
Oh, it wasn't really
No,
Lou?
he had 2% body fat, had almond skin, and was about, I don't know, 2 seconds away from ending my life.
He didn't turn green and rip his shirt off and attack you?
No, but his veins popped out. Zach Taylor,
Zach
number
Taylor
1 on
needed
Tough
10
Tuesdays.
yards for a field goal, wouldn't even give Joe Burrow a pass, 3 runs in a row. Sean McDermott, absolute wussy. I don't know what this guy's doing. I mean, and he's throwing the ball on 1-yard line, making Josh Allen look like just a fool.
Josh Allen took smelling salts to clear his concussion.
Insane, dude.
There needs to be an investigation on that.
Oh, my
situation.
God, does there.
Doug Peterson, only coach that I can watch be up 14 with 4.5 minutes to go and go, it's
or
not
any
over.
coach that's going against Patrick Mahomes in the 4th quarter.
Fair,
Yeah,
fair.
But no, Doug
you know
Peterson
what I mean?
almost let Joe Flacco beat him on 2 bombs.
Exactly, against the Colts. You know what I mean? You're up 14 against Joe Flacco and the Colts. I'm like, this is not over. And then Nick Sirianni needs to be fired. It was a bye week, and I felt better. I felt more positive just not having to watch Nick Sirianni on the sidelines. So, yeah, he needs to be fired.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who has to have their security guard as their, voice on the sideline probably needs to go. I'm going to go.
That guy gets on TV more than Ted Cruz.
I know, he really does. Well, that's tough to do. I mean, Ted Cruz is big on television. Always looking for the spotlight. So I'm going to go with Josh McDaniels coming in at number 1 for me down there in Miami.
You're over the joggers?
Yeah, I am. Well, I mean, when you call somebody a genius at what they do, that means they're good no matter who their tools are. You know, there's an old saying, don't blame your tools or whatever the case may be. Like, Andy Reid, I know, is the greatest of all time, as we said earlier. But, Andy Reid would figure it out with whoever the quarterback was.
He made Juju look like he was 23 again.
I mean, he rolled. Remember that old guy for Kansas in that alumni game? That's what the Chiefs had last night with Juju and Kareem and Travis. It was like the old man show, and they put up 300-plus yards between the 3 of them. And, I'm so tired of Mike McDaniel and all these guys getting called these geniuses and these, we just rush to crown these next head coaches, and most of them aren't worth their weight. I mean, most of them are just ass, which leads me to Sean McDermott. Run the clock out, man. What are you doing? You had a quarterback who got knocked out, literally his head bouncing on the ground. You gave him smelling salts on the sidelines. You put him back in, and an opportunity to send that game to overtime. You call 3 pass plays from the 1, and you leave time on the clock for Houston to kick a field goal. He's an idiot.
Yep.
Aaron Judge is on my Tough Tuesday list as well. I said it again yesterday. I'll continue to say it. Why are the Yankees playing that guy in the postseason? Continue to do it because he's just an absolute gap in their lineup. Aaron Rodgers makes my Tough Tuesday list, head coach of the Jets. Aaron Rodgers has led the Jets to 93 points through 5 games. That's the exact same amount of points that Zach Wilson led the Jets through 5 games last year.
Not good.
Jeez. And whoever coaches Cincinnati, Zach Taylor, he needs to go.
Yeah, my Tough Tuesday is the entire AFC. The Chiefs have in-house injuries, and it's their problem, right? Like their injuries, they work after it. Everybody else has emotional in-house problems in the AFC.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody you just mentioned, the Tough Tuesdays on the coaches, it seems like everybody else has a BMW. You have to go to those actual like special automobile locations to get it fixed. The Chiefs just kind of seem to know what they have with the right mechanics in the right place. Tough Tuesdays for everybody else in the AFC. Chiefs are 5-0 going into the bye week. And they could be 9-0 when they play the Buffalo Bills in about 4 weeks.
What do you guys think of San Francisco?
They're struggling.
Can you like 1 week they look good, then 1 week they look really bad, then 1 week they're a mid team I think right now, right? I think that's fair to say. Like I don't think they're a contender.
Yeah, I mean they're going to get.
But don't sleep on them either.
Of course not.
You know?
Of course not.
No, but you get them after a bye.
Yeah, they play a Thursday night game, which I don't like. They should have to play a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah,
game.
they get a mini bye.
Yeah, they get a mini bye. Mini bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting healthy. Debo's coming back. Kittle's still a little hurt. We'll see.
We'll never see that running back again.
Probably true.
We'll get into where Bob and I are starting to become one of the same, where we both said when it was over. Plus, we want to hear from you. What was last night's coolest moment for you, and how did you endure everything last night? Because we're all revved up, thirsty, and ready to drown here on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for K-State Athletics. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you've been thinking about selling your home, what's holding you back, right? Whether it's a bad experience or even a lack of experience, home selling can be stressful. The key is to trust an expert who has your best interest at heart, and that's my friend Dawn Sharp at the Sharp Homes team. You can trust Dawn and her team of experts to walk you through every step of the way. And with her extensive marketing system, she knows how to drive the price of your home higher than you ever thought possible. Dawn and her team are going to bring you the most buyers. That's why, on average, they sell a home every 72 hours. In fact, in the last 12 months alone, they've sold over 120 homes, while the average agent sells 4 homes per year. You got to work with an agent that you can trust. Plus, the Sharp Homes team can give you options. Do you want to skip the showings and open houses and go straight to sold? Well, contact them to discuss their instant offer program. In fact, contact the only agent I would trust if I needed to sell my home. It's Dawn Sharp with the Sharp Homes team, brokered by Epic Realty. You can Google them at Sharp Homes team, and there you'll see over 200 5-star Google and Zillow reviews, or you can just check them out at homesforsaleandkc.com. That's homesforsaleandkc.com, and start packing.
The Chiefs, Cardinals, Royals, Blues, and our 2 soccer teams, the Current and St. Louis City SC, are all endorsing Amendment 2. Here's why you should support it too. Right now, Missouri sports fans are taking their money and placing their bets in Kansas and Illinois. We're losing our money to other states, money that could be invested in our schools. Amendment 2 fixes that. By legalizing sports betting, Amendment 2 will generate over $100 million for Missouri schools over the next 5 years. And there's a strong constitutional guarantee ensuring the revenue from sports betting will go to education. Kansas and Illinois know sports betting is a winner for their fans and taxpayers. It's time for Missouri to get into the game. Amendment 2 means over $100 million for Missouri schools. Join the Chiefs, Cardinals, Royals, Blues, Current, and St. Louis City SC in supporting Amendment 2. Paid for by Winning for Missouri Education, Mike Pridmore, Treasurer.
You've been waiting, and now is the time. Golden Oak Lending has fixed mortgage rates at 4.875%. But don't wait, this rate won't last forever. I'm James Hawkins, president of Golden Oak Lending. Why pay 20 to 30% interest rates on your credit cards when you can pay them off with our low 4.875 mortgage rate? Home values are higher than ever. That means you have more equity than ever. You can use that equity to save money by paying off credit cards, auto loans, or get cash for home renovations. You can even just lower your monthly payments. It's your equity, and you are entitled to use it to save money. And don't forget our appraisal guarantee. If for any reason your loan doesn't close, we will pay for your appraisal. appraisal. Call today and take advantage of our low 4.875 fixed rate. Call 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. 5.784 APR, FHA, 15-year, 20% equity qualified credit. Additional terms apply. NMLS 114937.
Playoff baseball is here, and BetMGM is bringing the energy with the first ever bullpen jackpot. That's right. Opt into BetMGM's exclusive bullpen jackpot. Place a player to hit a home run bet for any MLB playoff game this fall, and you could win a share of $50,000 in bonus bets if your player homers into the bullpen. That's not all. This offer lasts throughout the playoffs and right into the World Series. Plus, keep your eyes on the bullpen. It'll be branded with BetMGM across all MLB ballparks every step of the way. Don't miss out. The bullpen jackpot could be your ticket to $50,000 in bonus bets. So bet your home run prop bets on BetMGM. Watch the bullpen and cash in if a player lands a home run where it counts. Only with the sportsbook born in Vegas. BetMGM. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Space may be the final frontier, but it's also what a lot of us lack in our basement or garage. By switching to a Navien tankless water heater, not only will you have all the hot water you need whenever you need it, but you'll gain storage area as well. Maybe a place to display your space collectibles. Highly logical. Learn about Navien's series of high-efficiency tankless water heaters and how they don't just save space, but save dollars on your utility bills too. For more, go to tanklessmadesimple.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
This report brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow Service, 35 southbound in Lenexa. A big problem as you make your way towards 435. Accident, checking it out on the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras. Only the left lane getting by. Delays building quickly beyond the split with 69 Highway. Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident, call Jay's Southland Tow Service, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments. They can do it all, so be in the know and call Jay's Southland Tow. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Cody and Gold, weekdays starting at 10 on Kansas City's FM sports station. 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
All right, this is a groove rolling along. First hour in the books.
City's not a one-team town.
Oh, this is a good one, yeah.
You don't believe it?
I remember it.
Just look around. Listen to what the people say. They're excited to get out to the K. The Royals plan to play deep into fall. The boys are playing some ball. Bobby Baseball.
This is the one that Channel 9, I believe, did a story on, right? Is that the genesis of this one? I think that's right. The one, yes. Right? Yeah.
This,
like, you got to play this.
Genesis, or is it?
Okay. Yeah, yes.
By the way, guys, I apologize. I want to come out and say it because I'm a man of the people. From the 816. Hey, Dusty, quit talking over Mac. Mac, I apologize.
Seriously, man. I mean, I was getting ticked.
And then the follow-up is, this isn't the Dusty show. God, Dusty, you keep interrupting everybody. So I apologize. Guys, go ahead and take the floor.
Okay. Mac, what did you get talked over that you need to say?
Yeah, I don't know.
You got some hot take about some analytic you saw last night in a football game you want to get off your chest? I actually want to get off I want to get off a hot analytic for you right now. I was listening to our sister station, WFAN in New York, to get the Yankee perspective of things yesterday, and they rolled out this stat that going into last night's game, in the postseason, the Yankees are 26-8 in games called by Bob Costas in the postseason, right? So I got a friend of mine, Evan, who, was a Bob Costas stalker back in the day and is friends with Bob, right? So he forwards him my message, and Bob immediately responds back, the Yankees are also 7-0 in series that I call in the postseason. So
he knows.
Not that has an impact on what's going to happen, But Bob Costas seemingly is good luck. They're now 26-9 after last night's loss, but the series is still very much up for grabs. And I think it's going to go Game 5 because that's me, conspiracy theory guy. You know, they want the Yankees around as long as they possibly can have the Yankees around and kind of milk that ratings machine, if you will, for Major League Baseball. So I think it's probably going to go 5 games. And boy, Saturday night, everybody's going to be sweating that thing out, right? Like you're sweating to the oldies. You're going to be sweating to the baseball game on I think it's like an 8 o'clock start on Saturday night too, so people be all lubed up and ready to go.
Well, and to piggyback on you, I mean, the MLB hasn't really gotten, like, the ratings, I'm sure, have been okay these first 2 games, and 5 games going to up the ratings, but also, like, the MVP Judge Witt thing hasn't really happened yet. They need that to materialize a little bit.
They do. Like this is baseball's biggest showcase right now. The two of the biggest stars in the game are going head-to-head, and neither of them have done anything. Like, how many hits combined? One?
I think they're 1 for, like, close to 20 in the series.
Yeah, so Judge and Bobby Witt have combined for 1 hit in this entire series. Like, that's not what Major League Baseball signed up for. So they need to get both of those guys going. They probably need a Game 5. I know the networks, obviously, with Costas' call last night on the double play, clearly want the Yankees to win this thing. So I would imagine that, we're probably going to get a 5th game. Again, that's me with the script and the conspiracy theory. We're else come in here, next 2 nights and win this damn thing. And I'd love to be there on Thursday night. Taking the kiddos on Thursday night. The last time they went to a playoff game, they were 3-4. Now they're 13-14. And a little bit different world for them as well. I hope that they can clinch on Thursday night so the kiddos can be a part of that and see that here in Kansas City, because I think that'll be a moment they'll never, ever forget. That's a special moment, man, when you can clinch in your home ballpark. There's nothing better than winning at home. Winning on the road, fine, but clinching this thing at your home ballpark with your fans, going to be epic, hopefully, on Thursday night.
913-586-7965. We want to hear from you because I want to know, and Bob and Mac also want to know, what you did last night, how you intook, and not a word, but
I like it.
How you intook all this action. Go to Double J real quick in Kansas City. Go ahead, Double J. How'd you do last night?
Hey, just watched the game at home, watched the Chiefs game on the patio, watched the Royals game on the big screen inside. What a win by both teams. It was one of my favorite parts of both games last night was Salvy hated that home run, and Kareem Hunt tasting the nectar at the end zone for the first time in a long time.
Yeah,
Double J, thanks for the call.
It was good. I mean, like, Kareem Hunt looked good last night, right? Like, the dude ran hard, man.
Like 2018 all over again.
It did. It was a lot of fun. Like I keep saying, alumni night at Arrowhead Stadium last night,
We
right?
had this magical play.
I'm shaking my head because I told him before the play, I said, I'm going to throw it to you so we can get in field goal range. And he underhand shoveled it across the entire field. So, I mean, it's like I'm talking to, like, Sterling. So it was that's Travis, man. He's a special player, and as long as he does it and it works, man, no one's going to say anything.
Special teams, special plays, special players. We go to
Patrick
Adam.
shouted at his daughter a lot last night,
Yeah, gave her a lot of love. We go to Adam. How'd you take the game last night, sir?
Yeah, so I watched the game on my back porch. I had the Chiefs pulled up on my phone, and I think it's going to be rigged for the Yankees. I can't lie.
I don't know what he's saying right now.
Thanks for the phone call. He said he can't root for that. I don't know. Something about the Yankees. Watching the game on the patio.
Watching the Chiefs game on his phone, though. I think most people were probably flipped around. I saw a lot of people sending me photos last night of kind of their setup. Chiefs on the huge screen, Royals on a littler screen. I got 2 that are the same size, so it was just, put them both up and, kind of flip back and forth and watch it that way. But, I loved everybody's setups last night, seeing what they were doing for the game, how many people were watching at the game, and, that kind of stuff as well. So, fun stuff.
From the 785, rumor is MLB is changing the rules for Game 3. Judge and Bobby Witt Jr. must hit off a tee so they can push the MVP candidates and limit the pays.
Like the Savannah Bananas would do that, right? They would roll out there and place a tee down for Judge and Bobby Witt. Like, you got to now at this point, right? Like, both of those guys, the offer, the whiff, the strikeout, what are you doing out here? You're the MVP candidates.
From the 913, went to my son's house. He had 2 TVs set up, and my grandsons both stayed up to finish the game's special times with the family. That's what last night was all about, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Last night was KC, fandom, family, everything, all in one sort of just absolute magical night.
Yeah, fantastic.
Because you're a little bit different if one team wins and the other team loses, but that didn't happen.
Had
Both
the Chiefs
teams
lost last night, we'd still be excited today because the Royals won. And ultimately, that's what matters, like winning these games. Like the Chiefs sitting at 5-0 is still just remarkable because nothing has really gone right for them this year. And they continue to find ways to win. Like, we always do if I would have told you your top 2 wide receivers, your left tackle, your starting running back were non-existent this year because of injury, and your tight end missed the first 2 games or, whatever you want to say because, he wasn't getting involved in the offense, and the Chiefs are 5-0 with a negative turnover margin, you don't believe this kind of stuff,
beating
right?
the Bengals, the Ravens,
yeah,
the Falcons, beating good teams.
I just think at times like this, we spend way too much time worrying about what could have been, and people are trying to find out why the Chiefs are dominating and all this kind of nonsense. They are dominating. They're 5-0. They covered the spread last night. Let's give them a round of applause for that. 26 points. You get 26 cents off a gallon at Hy-Vee today when you spend $26 or more. I'm going for my gas points today. And so you get that opportunity. Like, I think we're missing at times the boat with this Chiefs football team. People don't understand how hard it is at times to win. And I'm talking about these national announcers, too. Always going, oh, my God, something's wrong with the Chiefs. No, it's hard to win games in the NFL. And the Chiefs are doing it with a negative turnover differential, and they made the Saints irrelevant last night. Other than the uniforms for the Saints, that was the only good thing that happened for them last night. Well, Colin Saunders running that thing back was fun, but
all in the family. Colin Saunders' brother, Taylor Swift's #1 dancer.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, his wife, his kids getting the shout out on the air.
It was cool.
Was there like a 1% of you that was like a little happy when Saunders?
No.
Not until afterwards. It didn't mean anything.
No. After the game was over, okay, that was cool. But then the moment, no, I don't root for former players. You left, pal. Kick rocks.
Why don't you ask
He did not leave.
Yeah, no.
He did so. He went to New Orleans.
Yeah, but he wanted to be re-signed here. He didn't get re-signed.
I mean, we all want things in life,
Yeah.
Either way. You could ask Dannie Hughes that question if he felt good for Colin Saunders on that pick, because Dannie Hughes will join us on the other side here on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Fescoe and Dusty.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
On Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Manning Roofing do an unbelievable job. It was 2 years ago, and a storm rolled through, causing hail damage to our roof. I called my friend Jimmy, who works over at Manning Roofing and has for quite some time now, and I said, hey, Jimmy, get out here and look at this roof. I think we've got some hail damage. And he came out, they did the storm damage assessment, and they go, yeah, you do need a new roof. You also need new gutters. I'm like, well, who do I call for gutters? And Jimmy looks at me and goes, you call us for gutters. You call us for everything, because we're a true general contractor over at Manning Roofing. That's why their website is manninggc.com. Most roofing companies just do the roof, and then you've got to find somebody to do your gutters. But what if you had siding damage or window damage? You have to call a siding guy and a window guy? Yeah, with Manning Roofing, they handle everything. It is a true one-stop shop for the exterior of your home. And Manning has done thousands of jobs here in Kansas City, and they've never once been rejected by an insurance claim. And that's awesome news to hear, because that's the last thing you want to do is have to be rejected by your insurance company. But when you use Manning Roofing, you won't be. They've got the track record to prove it. And if you're having issues with your insurance company and you're not using Manning Roofing, get in touch with Manning. They want to help you anyway. ManningGC.com, or give them a call, 816-448-8208. That's ManningGC.com. Manning is my one-stop shop for roofs, gutters, siding, and windows. The choice is simple. It's Manning Roofing.
Men, this is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. It seems like everything we hear these days is about political races, and yet there's a far more important race that you run for yourself every day. It's the race to be the best that you can be. But if your libido is low, if your workouts aren't productive, if you've got brain fog and you're tired all the time, you may feel like you're losing that race, and maybe even that your best days are behind you. But the truth is that they're likely not, because if you're feeling like this, it's probable you're simply suffering from low testosterone, a condition that affects a huge percentage of men as we age. At Heartland Men's Health, we're experts in treating low T. We've successfully treated thousands of men for the condition, and if you're like most guys, you'll start seeing results in just a few weeks. Better sleep patterns, higher energy, improved mental clarity, more productive workouts, and your libido will likely increase as well. So get back to winning your race by calling us. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Hey, it's Rex here with RexBuysKC.com, your local KC home buyer.
If you own a property in the Kansas City or surrounding area and want to sell it fast and at a fair price, write this number down, 816-330-6000. I'm a private real estate investor, not some hedge fund or large national chain. My family and I live right here in KC. I can pay cash and close on your timeline, even in as little as 3 days. Here at RexBuysKC.com, we're improving Kansas City one house at a time. I buy inherited houses, vacant houses, foreclosure houses, behind in payment houses, my tenant won't pay the rent houses, and properties that need complete rehabs. Do you own a house that's trashed and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at this number, 816-330-6000. That's 816-330-6000, or go to RexBuysKC.com. That's RexBuysKC.com, and I look forward to working with you.
It takes a lot to prepare for game day as a dedicated fan, and preparing the perfect tailgate meal might be most important of all. That's why Hellman's Real Mayonnaise is the MVP. Hellman's Mayonnaise is the secret to bring out the rich and creamy taste to all your game day dishes, from buffalo chicken dip to your favorite sub sandwich and everything in between. So give it a try, and mayo game day be delicious with Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Shop at your local Walmart, Kroger, or grocery store, and add some extra deliciousness to your game day dishes this football season.
Autumn is in the air, and like the leaves, prices are falling at Harbor Freight's parking lot sale this weekend. We've got tons of products on sale, like 3-ton jacks for under $100, 5,000-watt generators, $250 off, plus dual bevel miter saws at nearly half the price of the competition. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until 10/13/24 while supplies last, so hurry in. Limitations apply.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Your coworkers might annoy you, but we promise we won't. Download the free Odyssey app and you can listen to us at work while you tackle your inbox or get ready for another meeting that probably could have been an email. Tune in late? You can rewind your favorite live shows to catch what you missed. And with Chapters, easily jump to the topics that you care about most, like the latest updates from your team. Your sports talk, your way. The Odyssey app. Download it today.
Our Labor Day savings start now at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on Valspar Reserve or HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Infinity or Showcase Interior Paint via Lowe's gift card rebate. Whether you're painting one accent wall or want to freshen up a whole room, we've got you covered. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details. Valid through 9/4.
Tommy! I can't wait for golf this weekend, huh, buddy? Time flies. Love you, man. Oh, don't forget your knee brace again. We aren't in college anymore.
Moments together matter, so help protect yourself from RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV, and there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
On the Kansas side, 35 southbound is very slow. You hit delays past 67th Street, and it's just crawling all the way down to 435. Checking it out on the Cordell and Cordell traffic camera. Accident there has just the right lane blocked now. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Play the drive. The Chiefs have first down and goal to go at the 5-yard line of New Orleans. Digging in against this #1 red zone defense, given off to Kareem Hunt, following his blockers, he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The middle again blown wide open, and the Chiefs score on their first offensive drive of the game.
There it was, Kareem Hunt finding the sweet nectars of the end zone once again in Kansas City, which I bet a lot of people had that prop bet checked off last night for Kareem Hunt. Good to see that happen, and good to see you all this morning live on the YouTube feed.
Are we back?
I don't know. I know you are. Your camera's
My camera's red now, so that's good. Is yours red?
Green.
Green, so you're not on. The screen looks funny, though, because it's like me and then just a blank space, like a Taylor Swift song. Right?
Well, that's okay. It's your show. Remember, the text line said it's not the Dusty show.
You know.
Yeah.
Somebody last night on the broadcast, I think it was obviously the football broadcast, they said they were talking to Travis Kelce, and they said, Travis, how do you feel? He goes, I'm feeling 22. And I'm like, oh.
Lean into it.
Man. Like the media is just such seals. Like the media is just such seals. Like they'll laugh at anything.
Like the seal from Kiss from a Rose?
No, like the seal that catches like the hoop on its nose type of thing. Like Andy, here's how it goes down. Andy, what are you going to do for the bye week? Right? Alex and I were talking about this last night. Andy goes, well, I'm probably going to go eat a cheeseburger. Wasn't funny. I mean, it's just, that's who he is.
Yeah, I mean.
Andy, what was the name of that play that we saw with Travis and P-Line? Well, there's no name to it. Are you sure it's not called funnel cake or fried cheese?
Cheese blanket.
I mean.
Go ahead.
No, sorry.
No.
No, go ahead back. Dusty,
right, Dusty.
back the F off, okay? The text line doesn't want it.
I was going to say that it was cool that Jason Kelce, after they interviewed Andy about that play, Jason was like, I'm not sure I buy it. He's like, I think that Travis may have just done that, which I could see.
Oh, no question. They do practice that kind of stuff. We've been hearing about for like the end of practices is when they kind of have their fun and they do their thing and, whatnot. Like, if you weren't working on that in practice, you're not doing that in a game. You know where everybody's going to be. You're on. That's. I know they want to make it look like I'll give you an example, okay? Like our show. People think it's just all off the cuff and natural. A lot of preparation goes in. We make it look easy. We make it sound easy. That's why we're the best, right? Even though Dusty talks over Mac. Same goes for that football team. That was not an instinctual play. It was an instinctual play, but it was a play that they practiced, and they know that they're going to do something like that. He's looking right away. He understands where he is on the field, what the situation is. He sees P. Ryan. They've practiced it. He knows he can trust that guy as a veteran. He's going to make that play. He's not going to line up off sides, right? So you've got all that. I think at times when people are like, oh my God, look what just happened. Like, I think it takes away from the hard work that these dudes put in. Like, these guys work their asses off. That's why Andy Reid is the greatest coach in NFL history, because stuff like that looks like, oh my God, it just happened. It's like, yeah, we were working on that the third Tuesday of July when the rest of the NFL was picking dingleberries. Like, this is why the Chiefs are better than everybody else, because there isn't anything that's a surprise. Nothing catches them off guard, and they're ready for every single moment. And they embrace every moment, and they dominate these moments, man. Like, that's just who they are.
Almost had the sickest play of the year last night with Brian Cook's interception. I thought maybe he was going to, and I thought that's when it was originally over. If it was a touchdown, this is when I thought it was over.
Carson Steele is the running back. Chiefs in a power pistol look here. They will shift to Kelce. Kelce's in a wildcat position. They're going to give it off to Worthy on the right side. Worthy sneaks into the end zone. Touchdown! Kansas City on an RPO handoff from Travis Kelce, and lowering that shoulder and ducking under the defender, and the Chiefs go up 22-13.
Game over.
Andy, what was that play called? That's pork spare ribs with barbecue sauce. Like, is that the answer? Like, it's to the point now where, like, it's almost insulting.
What's the Chiefs' rookie record for touchdowns?
I don't know.
Worthy has 4 in 5 games.
That's amazing.
I just can't get over that. My buddy was talking to me about last night. He's sitting there. He goes, that's 4 touchdowns for Worthy. I was like, is it? He goes, yeah, he had the 2 in the first game. Then he had the deep bomb last week, and then he had that this week. That's 4 touchdowns for Xavier Worthy as a rookie. I think Tyreek Hill might have had, don't quote me, Tyreek Hill might have had 9 his rookie year. Maybe he had 7.
There's just no way to figure that out. There's just no.
Yeah, there's just no internet. But I mean, when you don't even need Patrick Mahomes to score a touchdown, the game's over.
I mean, yeah, Patrick Mahomes, no touchdowns last night passing.
331 yards.
331 yards. Like I said, it was like, I'm surprised Danon didn't come out of the booth and get receptions last night. Like that we were going back to the Wayback Machine, you know. Juju Smith-Schuster, Kareem Hunt, and then you got Dannie Hughes with a big touchdown reception for the Chiefs.
You hear him on game days in the booth.
Quickly, they get chunky and funky with stretching the fields vertically.
And Thursday nights at 6 during Players Only.
Spitfire, hot fire take.
Here's Chiefs Radio Network color analyst Dannie Hughes on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
That's right, Dannie Hughes, spitting hot fire. It's brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. Discover the benefit of blue. The Chiefs rookie record is 6 touchdowns. Xavier Worthy has 4.
All right.
Dannie Hughes, what do you think about those Chiefs last night, my man?
What's going on, fellas? A good Tuesday morning. Happy Victory Tuesday morning. The game yesterday. Do we talk about the Royals game as well?
Oh, we'll get into it. Yeah.
Huge.
Yep.
Yeah. But the Chiefs win. I thought it was a great attitude win, man. I thought from the beginning to the end, yeah, there were some things that we'd like to have back, but this team, this organization just has that ability to overcome any obstacles, to overcome any negative plays or situations and still provide entertainment and wins. And I thought from the beginning, with the Saints coming in, you very rarely see a team win the coin toss and take the ball in the NFL. You always seem to see them defer unless there's a weather situation or what have you. You defer until the second half. But they were trying to come in, and I said it on the broadcast that it seemed like they were trying to come in like a heavyweight boxing match and throw haymakers from the beginning. And as we've seen in boxing history, once those first couple of swings come out and then you get a chance to swing back, that's when things get real. And I thought this was a huge attitude win for the Chiefs, especially how they accomplished it. Running the ball, commitment to run, and just continuing to punch and punch and punch at the Saints and not really allow them much life during the game.
You mentioned it like a heavyweight boxing fight. Yeah, if you're Glass Joe, I mean, like that's kind of what they did last night. They just kind of went out there and like Glass Joe's danced around, a couple of punches to the stomach, and they kind of withered away. I mean, that's who this Chiefs MO is. I mean, I'm going to say this, Dane, and I'm sure you're probably going to disagree with me because I tend to get a little bit hyperbolic, but maybe you're not. Win total aside, Super Bowl totals aside, right? Andy Reid is the greatest head coach in NFL history, and I'll fight anybody to the death on that one.
Oh, I don't disagree with you.
Okay.
I mean, I know there are people out there that will say Don Shula and Bill Belichick, and I get it with the wins and then the Super Bowls, et cetera. But when you talk about in totality in both organizations and winning and not surpassing, I believe he's up 2 on his total regards to his tenure at the Eagles and now with his tenure with the Chiefs, how he's done it, how he embraced the players, how the players speak about him, and how other coaches speak about him. And you guys have heard me say you can tell a lot about a coach, his reputation, how highly regarded he is by the post-game handshake. And there's never a time when Andy Reid crosses the field, win or loss, rival or not, young coach or old coach, where there's any kind of disrespect, any kind of animosity, anything that happens. That tells you a lot about the coach, the quality of coach that you have. And then now you're tagging on these wins. You're going for an unprecedented three-peat. You have all of the pressures of every team treating you like it's their Super Bowl. And all the bullets that come with that, and yet you start the season 5-0 after sustaining injuries to 3 of probably coming into the season 3 of your top 5 offensive parts, offensive playmakers on this team, and you're still able to figure out ways to win in the NFL. Like, it is so exceptional. It's beyond anything that we could have imagined during the Todd Haley era or Romeo Crennel or whatever. Like, to have Andy Reid is truly, truly a gift.
And just one stat to really knock this home. Since Andy Reid has been here now in his 12th season, fellas, think about that. They've had a 5-game winning streak in every season that Andy Reid has been head coach. That's the most consecutive seasons with a minimum of a 5-game winning streak in NFL history. The second closest, like San Francisco and Indianapolis from back in the early 2000s and the 90s. Like, They're just doing things every week that rewrites the record books in this league.
Yeah, it's amazing. I got a chance to interview Kareem Hunt after the game, and, I talked to him about, hey, you getting 27 carries, and basically just a few weeks ago you were on your couch. It wasn't like you were with another team or had gone through training camp or OTAs. He's like, you're right. Like, I'm just getting my legs underneath me and feeling, obviously great about his performance. But how about Andy Reid and Matt Nagy saying, you know what, we see more in you than maybe you see in yourself, Kareem, at this point. So we're going to give you the ball 27 times. And you're going to rush for 100 yards, and the team's going to rush for 139 yards on the evening against a pretty darn salty Saints defense. I mean, like, that's the epitome of knowing how to lead men, is when you can get something out of them that they don't even realize that they have. And, I'm looking at highlights here on SportsCenter and seeing the touchdown run by Xavier Worthy, and, like, how many people would think that, a slight 170-pound receiver would line up in the backfield and run the ball. But that's how you catch teams off guard. And it's just amazing, the creativity. I know sometimes it can be a little frustrating. You consider that play, the interception by Colin Saunders. You'd love to have that play back. It didn't work for the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Not sure, how that, gets into our playbook, but how you're able to bounce back from that, the defense picking up the offense, and just doing whatever it takes to get the job done. Like, I'm just thoroughly impressed with this organization and how they show up every single week. Entertaining, because it is an entertainment game. It's a win and loss game, but it is an entertainment game. They keep everybody engaged. The Chiefs fans, the kingdom was faithful and loud. A part of the game, the 12th man was real. It was just an electric atmosphere.
Dana, I'm glad you brought up the frustration thing, as we're talking to Dannie Hughes, former Chiefs wide receiver, and now the color commentator for the Chiefs radio network. Dana, what's more frustrating from a former player, seeing that the offense just seems to keep moving along with all the injuries, or having to go against Spags' defense and be a running back?
I don't know, man. It's always tough for me to even talk about defenses in a positive light, but I got to give love to our Chiefs defense, to Spags, and what he's been able to install, and how they just continue. What's amazing to me is how we confuse great quarterbacks. And I'm not calling Derek Carr great, but at the same time, week after week, it seems like it doesn't matter whether it's Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, whoever. Like, we have that ability where they're like 4 or 5 plays at least where they look totally baffled. They look totally confused. They don't know what's going on. You got Derek Carr back there throwing back off his back foot, falling backwards when there's not a defender within 2 yards of him unnecessarily. He's just freaked out at every package that we're throwing at him. And it's just so impressive to watch. And to do it with young guys. We're talking about Jalen Watson, Trent McDuffie, 3-year guys. George Karlaftis, 3rd-year guy. Nazir Johnson. We're talking about players that are just young that you wouldn't think would be anchors of a team. And then to see what we're doing on offense to complement that. I mean, how many people, obviously, coming into the season, we wouldn't have been able to say it because these guys weren't even on the team. Juju Smith-Schuster and what we saw with Kareem Hunt. I mean, these guys showing up each and every week defensively, making the plays, putting pressure on opposing teams, and making them extremely uncomfortable and confusing.
Talk with Dannie Hughes here on 96.5 The Fan. The baseball team won a pretty big game, and afterwards, I want to get your reaction as a former athlete to this comment from Jazz Chisholm.
Still feels the same that we're going to win it, I don't feel like anybody feels any different, We're going to go out there and do our thing still. We still don't feel like any team is better than us. Like you said, we had a lot of missed opportunities tonight, so they just got lucky.
They just got lucky. When you're an athlete and you hear another athlete say that, your reaction is?
Yeah, everything was good up until that last point.
Right.
Like, everything is exactly the things that you think of as a player. It was just one game, and, but the lucky part is what, kind of digs in the craw of any player that has any kind of competitive juices. And the Royals, I believe, especially when you talk about where they were last year, losing over 100 games, and where they got to this year, then going on the road in Yankee Stadium, which is probably one of the most difficult baseball stadiums to play in. You and I are both from up there, so we know about that fan base and just all the history there. And to play a game where they lose 6-5, where they had chances to win that game, and then to come back and win a game, like, you deserve more respect than that.
Mm-hmm.
You deserve more respect than that just by those two performances. And to add that lucky part, just a little extra shot that I don't think will bode well for Jazz Chisholm.
There you go. He can join the Canoe Club. Shout out to Lee Summit for the Canoe Club, but now he can join the Canoe Club of Booze. Dayton, I am interested here to ask you, did you at all have the Royals game on like a tablet or anything? I know you're zoned in for the game to call it and everything like that, but did you have any sort of like updates going on, or how did you stay in tune with the Royals game last night during that Chiefs win?
Oh, absolutely. We were talking about it during the broadcast, during commercials. We were looking at the phones. I think everybody in the booth had their phones on, watching or at least getting the updates of the scores after Salvi's home run and then the consecutive singles to get things going and stretch the lead. Like, it was definitely a staple of conversation in the booth between Mitch and I, between the other guys as part of the radio crew. So, yeah, we were all in tune, and I think the fans, you heard on television, they were chanting "Go Royals" when the announcement came that we won the game. So everybody loves the Chiefs. This is the Chiefs' kingdom, but at the same time, we also know the love for the Royals is at the high that a lot of people know about. So, like, that's what it is. That's what made yesterday great, the doubleheader. I had some friends and family in from New Jersey who are Saints fans and Yankees fans. So
that's a hell of a combination.
Yeah, I got to talk a little trash to them at the car after the game. To win the doubleheader was special.
Dane and I have a question for you before we let you go to enjoy the bye week. Tougher matchup for an opposing offense, trying to stop Chris Jones just bull rushing an offensive line, or trying to get open against Trent McDuffie?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Man, I would say this. If you're trying to stop Chris Jones with one person, like they said in the movie Taken, good luck. But Trent McDuffie and his lockdown ability and the way he plays the game, physical enough, but still with great technique. I saw there was a route yesterday. It was a deep route down the sideline opposite the booth where the receiver, I want to say it was Rashid Shaheed, he ran a little out and go, and then he tried to stutter and bait Trent into getting some early contact down the field. And the way he was able to avoid that and still stay in his side pocket and force the incompletion, like, that play showed me something. And I know, people will say, well, how can he be the best corner in the league and he's never had an interception?
Because they don't throw to him.
Why?
Yeah.
They don't throw to his side, and, like, he just covers guys. He's just a blanket guy, and his lower body, the way he's able to stay in great technique and not get too handsy down the field is just very impressive for a young player. Again, he's a third-year guy, and he's developed into one of the top shutdown corners in the league.
That's right. Dana, well, hey, go enjoy the bye week. Play a lot of golf for me. Take the time to do that. Get that handicap down, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday, hopefully getting ready for another Chiefs win after a bye.
Sounds good, fellas. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the Royals coming home. I don't know if I'll be able to make the game out at the K on Wednesday, but I'm looking to get there on Thursday somehow. I'll find a ticket.
There you go, Dana. We'll see you out at Kauffman Stadium along with hopefully the rest of Kansas City getting out there to boo Jazz Chisholm. We'll have more coming up on him as the morning rolls along. But, I mean, my God, you say those kind of things after a game that you just got beat in?
Yeah. Dannie Hughes, brought to you by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City. Discover the benefit of blue. I thought the text message said it right. Luck is getting called safe at stealing second when you're clearly out.
There you go.
Same guy. Eat your words. Welcome back to Kansas City. We'll see how you really see a city that has a real representation of what a Jazz is. Mac Morey, Bob Fescoe, Dusty Leggett. You're listening to 96.5, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5, The Fan.
Well, maybe you're waking up a little slow this morning because you got some arthritis pain, right? Maybe your knee's been barking for a while, or your hip, or your shoulders, or even your back, and you're thinking, man, what am I going to do about this? I just don't know how to fix the pain. Well, I've got the answer for you. You don't have to keep living with that joint pain. Relief is possible with help from QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in cellular therapies that can revitalize your joints, and people are getting their lives back. I'm talking about advanced regenerative medicine, using your own body's healing properties, highly concentrated and carefully placed in your achy joint. Back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, these are all treatments that, you know what, you can get help with because there's cutting-edge treatments that require no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a quick in-office procedure that can get you moving again. And these protocols have been developed by medical professionals under the leadership of Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, a former orthopedic surgeon and pioneer in clinical regenerative medicine. So if that arthritis pain is keeping you from doing the things you love, the pain in your knees, the hips, your back, or your shoulders, then you owe it to yourself to learn more. Call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
The nightmare stories are all too common with home services companies. Shoddy workmanship, subpar materials, or everyone's favorite, getting halfway done with the job and taking a 2-month break. So, if you need to replace your windows, siding, or doors, you could spend hours online researching companies. Or you can start with the perfect company and call Thermo King. With over 25 years selling and installing energy-efficient windows, James Hardie siding, and the most beautiful entry doors available, Thermo King will make your home project hassle-free and easy. Their triple glass replacement windows will save you money on your energy bills. Their James Hardie siding will last decades, and their entry doors will make your guests say, "Holy cow!" Right now, you can save thousands on replacement windows, siding, or a new entryway door. Great financing plans are available to make paying for your project easy. Get the process started today. 888-KING-WIN, or online at thermokingwindows.com.
When it comes to beef, nothing tops world-class, highly marbled Wagyu. Booth Creek Wagyu's Overland Park Meat Market is ready to elevate your beef. Their farm-to-fork commitment brings this intensely rich and flavorful beef from the tall grass prairies north of Manhattan, Kansas, directly to your table. Stop into the store to see what our customers are calling the jewelry store of beef and taste the difference. Our in-store experts are sampling freshly seared Wagyu 7 days a week. Located in the shops at Deer Creek Woods at 135th and Metcalf.
Hey, it's Cody and Gold, and for those of you who've been listening to the show for a while, you know all about our friends over at Centric and how you can find a brand new career in as little as 4 months. But did you also know that you can work with your current schedule with some of their flex options for learning online or in person?
Maybe you're just getting out of high school and want to start that career now and that career path now, or you're looking for that change with better advancement, better pay. Centric can do those things for you.
They have plenty of funding options like the GI Bill. You just got to go talk to our friend Russ at Centric.com. That's CENTRIQ.com.
What does it mean to be the official information technology provider for the Chiefs? It means everything. Technology Group Solutions make sure everything runs flawlessly for the millions of fans that attend games and the hundreds of millions of fans that comprise Chiefs Kingdom around the world. Technology Group Solutions can deploy that same dedication, problem solving, and incredible service to ensure your business runs smoothly. Technology Group Solutions, powering Chiefs Kingdom, and ready to do the same for you.
It's Derek Johnson, and this season, Sheep Metalworkers Local Number 2 are awarding one lucky school a $15,000 facilities enrichment grant. Tell us in 100 words why your school deserves the grant at helpmymokenschool.com and make this the best school season ever.
It's your last chance to see royalty. Enjoy 22 stages of entertainment with live armored jousting, turkey legs, freeze-dried candy, and the crow's nest ride at the Kansas City Renaissance Festival. Enjoy the final weekend through the 14th. Tickets available at kcrenfest.com.
It's time to review the top 3 highlights of the day. I'm joined as always by my co-anchor Snoop.
Hey, what up, though?
Snoop, number 1 has to be getting the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence at T-Mobile.
Yeah, you should hustle down to T-Mobile like a dog chasing a squirrel, chasing a nut.
Nice analogy, Snoop. Dogs do love to chase squirrels.
And squirrels love to chase those nuts.
On to highlight number 2, at T-Mobile, families can save 20% every month versus the other big guys.
That is very impressive. You know, y'all can take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
That's exactly what I'm planning on doing with my savings, Snoop. Now, take it away, Snoop.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on them. Now drop that jingle.
24 monthly bill credits eligible trade-in on Go 5G Next. Well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits, and credit stop and balance on required finance agreement too. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence coming fall 2024.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. NA member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
The only thing more satisfying than a crisp fall day is a crisp fall day inside your cozy, spotless home. Right now, shop Labor Day savings on select cleaning essentials and exclusive brands from the Home Depot. Plus, with fast free delivery, you don't have to worry about running out of your favorite cleaners, paper products, trash bags, and more. The Home Depot has everything you need to get ready for a fall refresh. Get your home crisp, clean, and ready for the season with the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on over 2 million items subject to availability.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Kansas side, 35 southbound, still heavy. Earlier problem in Lenexa has cleared as we check that out on the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras, but 35 southbound remains very slow. Approaching 635, you hit delays and it just crawls down past 75th Street. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
We're where you want to be. Baseball with the Royals. If you want to be having a great time, you want to be loving the fun, you want to see all of the excitement, this is the place and we're the one. If you want to be yelling like crazy for the guys you love to see, come on out and join us, this is the place you want to be. We're where you want to be. Baseball with the Royals. We're where you want to be. Baseball with the Royals. If you want to see the best of the big leagues, you want to be loving the day. Come share the excitement of the stolen bases and double plays. This is where it happens. Come on and see. For the very best in baseball, this is the place you want to be. We're where you want to be. Baseball with the Royals.
Damn right. This is where you want to be for Royals, Chiefs, and everything here. Baseball with the Royals, followed up by Tech 9 and Chiefs Kingdom. I don't know how you'd like to spend your day, but you can spend it with us because we're going to get you through the day as fast as humanly possible. And then you'll get Cody and Gold. Then you'll get that guy named Carrington. He'll get you through 6 o'clock.
What's he going to say about Kelsey?
I don't know. I don't know,
Rob. I think Kelsey's washed. Yeah, those 70 yards, Carrington. He's got to do at least 75.
I'll tell you, might be washed. Aaron Judge.
Oh, you think? Great regular season player. Terrible postseason player.
As we can dive into everything we want to talk about Royals here in general for the first 2 games of the ALDS, who is your guys' MVP? Bob, take the stage.
Yeah, it's no question. Don't interrupt me, Dusty. Just so you can only interrupt Mac. For me, no question. It's Garrett Hampson, like he says. Like Garrett who? Garrett Hampson is my MVP through 2 games. The guy's 3 for 3, 3 singles, 3 RBIs. Like, hey, give it up for Garrett Hampson. Throw one back for GH, man. Let's go. The Hamp Man.
You know, it's weird. It's like somebody on this show said that this series would have an unsung hero. I don't know. Me? You?
Garrett
me,
Hampson.
Me? You? Unsung hero? Garrett Hampson? Weird.
Him?
Weird.
You could go Tommy Pham.
There's a few.
You could go Yuli Gurriel doing it without trash cans,
Gurriel.
which is great.
40 years old.
How about that guy?
Good for him.
Right? What were you doing at 40, Bob? Eating pizza. Yuli Gurriel is out here scoring runs. And then Michael Garcia as well.
That's my series MVP.
I mean, my goodness, let's go.
I mean, if Bobby Witt and the rest of the guys at the starting lineup could actually do something. I mean, Garcia's getting on base, 5 for 9 at bat right now.
Yeah,
I mean, he's doing
good.
what he needs to do.
Did we not call for him to be the leadoff guy like earlier in the year? Like,
I know you did.
Give me Garcia at the leadoff spot, man. I love him at the top of the lineup. And he, Alex was telling me the story last night about him in Venezuela, like living for these big moments and playing these big style games. Like it just fits him, right? And he's played in so many big games in winter ball, and he's playing in big games now, and the moment isn't too big. Like, everybody wants to use stats with me with Garcia. Well, his stats aren't that. I don't care. I just know when I watch him play, I feel like he's going to do something, and when he gets on, he's instant offense.
My Royals MVP is not a Royals player.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's Aaron Judge.
There you go.
Yes.
He has created a black hole in the middle of that lineup.
Huge.
And it's like, again, what was it? Game 1, he came up 2 on, nothing happened. Came up last night,
Same
2
situation.
on, nothing happened. Strike 3, a swing and a miss.
Yeah.
That's how it worked. My other one is my other MVP that might be the series MVP overall after it's all said and done is this guy.
Still feels the same that we're going to win it, I don't feel like anybody feels any different, We're going to go out there and do our thing still. We still don't feel like any team is better than us. Like you said, we had a lot of missed opportunities tonight, so they just got lucky.
If there's one thing you can do to a team that is playing with house money, is to just wake up a sleeping giant.
Yeah, what are you doing?
That sleeping giant might just be Bobby Witt and Vinny Pasquantino when they get back here in Kansas City on Wednesday night at 6:08. I can't wait to be there in the sea of blue as the cruise ship comes back to Kansas City. It docks on the bay here in the Royals Kingdom, which is now flooded with red and blue waters because the Chiefs are 5-0. The Royals are tied with the Yankees. They steal one in New York. They've got 2 in Kansas City where they're better at home than they are away. They've done exactly what you wanted them to do. Jazz Chisholm, thank you. Thank you very much. Because as the text line alluded to, you, sir, if you want to talk about luck and you want to use the actual definition of luck, the Royals not win that game through luck last night. No.
No, that was a well-played baseball
the
game.
The Yankees won their first game with luck when you were called safe at second and not out, and your run ended up being the game-winning run. I can sit in my own Royals tears and cry about all I want, but I don't have to because the Royals tied that series last night in New York. They were the better team. Cole Reagans wasn't his best. He had a lot of pitches in the first 2 innings, but then ended up getting out of every single jam that he had put himself into, and then the bullpen did its thing. The lower part of the order did its thing. Michael Garcia, Max Series MVP, goes 4 for 5. Look, there's no luck involved in that game last night.
No.
But if you want to add that sort of thing and you want to keep that audio, because we'll play that audio all day today. We'll play that audio all day tomorrow, and you will be in the Cano Hall of Fame where you get booed. Welcome to it. Yankees fans, stay away. Royals fans, boo that son of a buck every time he comes up to bat. And when he comes up to bat, play that song by Def Punk, Up All Night to Get Lucky.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that would be good.
That's what I want to hear from the PA. We're up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to get lucky. Your comments are yucky. The Royals ain't yucky. You got to backtrack, bud.
Like, I don't know. I don't know what the luck is that he was talking about last night. Because if you just kind of go through the game last night, that was just a well-played baseball game by the Royals, right? And maybe you're saying lucky because Bobby was 0-for and made an error in the field and they still won the game. And if you tell anybody that before the game, they probably think the Royals lose that game. If that's the luck you want to talk about, but Salvador Perez hit a home run. That's not luck. That was a 2-0 pitch. He's gone. Timely hitting, good base running. For the most part, decent defense last night. And then, the bullpen right now is becoming a strength of this organization. It's no longer the weakness. It's no longer the redheaded stepchild running around out there. Like, it is a strength right now of this organization. And I think we've got to embrace it as much and understand that when you go to the bullpen now, you're not ending the game. You're going to the bullpen, and you're finishing this thing off because really since the middle of September, what have they given up? 2 runs, 3 runs or something like that? It's been remarkable with what this bullpen has done. So that's not luck. That's kind of figuring things out. I don't even call Jazz Chisholm's play at second base on Saturday night luck. I call that Major League Baseball going, we need the Yankees to win, so we're going to do whatever we can to make the Yankees win. That's why you can't let it in the hands of the umpires over these next 2 games, because if you allow the umpires to get involved, and when I say umpires, I mean New York for the review. You let New York get involved with reviews, they're going to side with the Yankees. So you got to go out there and just win the game like the Royals did last night. Wasn't anything flashy, wasn't anything wow. It was just a great baseball win last night. That wasn't luck last night. That was just a hard-fought baseball victory.
We'll talk to Vern about the Bobby Witt situation where he just needs to get out of New York, I think is the option we need. Get him back in Kansas City and maybe things will turn around. Fescoe and Dusty, brought to you by Rainer Garage Doors of Kansas City. LiftMaster has patented MyQ Technology and is the #1 professionally installed garage door opener. Find them at RainerKC.com. Find Josh Verner, your Royals insider, here next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got a lot of game days coming up here in Kansas City, and if you want to get that game day spread the right way, then you need to call my friends over at Smokehouse Barbecue because they have their game day special. You're going to get a pound of burnt ends, a pound of wings, a slab of baby back ribs, a quart of beans, paperware and serving utensils for $6 for just $79.95. And when you order those wings in your game day special, do yourself a favor and try the Sweet Zing Wing. It's a chicken wing sauce with a sweet flavor with a kick, and I will tell you what, they are phenomenal. My kids absolutely love them. I love them too. I still love those Cajun butter chicken wings. So get like 5 pounds of each, and you're good to go for your tailgate. And whether it's a baseball tailgate coming up on Tuesday, or on Wednesday or Thursday, or the football coming up over the weekend, let Smokehouse Barbecue cater your tailgates. That way they're the star of the event, and you don't have to worry about doing it. It makes life so much easier when you get all of your catering through Smokehouse Barbecue. You got to try their barbecue pizza when you dine in. And now, it's crisp outside. How about that Smokehouse chili that's made with their crispy meat and, oh my goodness, their spicy barbecue sauce. It is phenomenal. Check them out at one of their 3 locations, Independence, Gladstone, and Zona Rosa, or at smokehousebbq.com. That's smokehousebbq.com. For over 35 years, locally owned and family operated, it's Smokehouse Barbecue.
If you need a new garage door, this could be your lucky day. Entries are open now for the $5,000 sweepstakes at Overhead Door Company of Kansas City. A winner will be chosen at random to receive $1,000 towards new garage doors, openers,
Cardinals, Royals, Blues, and our 2 soccer teams, the Current and St. Louis City SC, are all endorsing Amendment 2. Here's why you should support it too. Right now, Missouri sports fans are taking their money and placing their bets in Kansas and Illinois. We're losing our money to other states, money that could be invested in our schools. Amendment 2 fixes that. By legalizing sports betting, Amendment 2 will generate over $100 million for Missouri schools over the next 5 years. And there's a strong constitutional guarantee ensuring the revenue from sports betting will go to education. Kansas and Illinois know sports betting is a winner for their fans and taxpayers. It's time for Missouri to get into the game. Amendment 2 means over $100 million for Missouri schools. Join the Chiefs, Cardinals, Royals, Blues, Current, and St. Louis City SC in supporting Amendment 2. Paid for by Winning for Missouri Education, Mike Pridmore, Treasurer.
Century Roofing would like to thank you, KC, for voting us the best roofing company in Johnson County for the 3rd year in a row. To celebrate, we are extending our free material upgrade sale on all roof replacements. Get a Class 3 or 4 impact-resistant shingle for the same price as the standard 30-year or premium shingle. Save on your insurance premium and increase the value of your home. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, your hometown roofing team. CenturyRoofingKC.com.
Century Roofing. Trust the pillars of strength.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, online at GannAsphalt.com. Kansas side, heavy traffic with earlier problems. 35 southbound, very slow from 18th Street Expressway all the way down past 75th Street. But checking out the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras, your earlier problem at 435 has cleared. Looking to transform your business's property, noticing crumbling curbs, uneven sidewalks, parking lot potholes, or faded striping. Gann Asphalt and Concrete makes your project a streamlined process with one contractor, all things parking lot. Gann Asphalt and Concrete, online at GannAsphalt.com. Alan Carr, 96.5
You're listening
The
to
Fan.
the all-new 96.5 The Fan, your new home for Chiefs football. KFNZ, FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, an Odyssey sports station.
Back here on Fescoe and Dusty, someone asked the question, what is Bobby Witt Jr.'s average away versus what is it at home? At home, he's hitting 382, and away, he's hitting 284.
100-point difference.
That's right.
Wow. That's crazy.
382 at home, 284 on the road with an OBP of 441, a slug of 676, an OPS of 1,117 at home. And away, 340, 505, 844. I'm getting all geeked out and nerded up.
Like
man.
that is a
night and
wild,
day, baby.
Wild.
And if you want to make even more belief out of it, 9 triples at home, 2 away, 18 home runs away, 14 home runs at home.
Well, he's built, obviously, for Kauffman Stadium, but those are numbers like you would do back in the day with Colorado Rockies players. Look at how great these guys hit in Colorado and then at home. Like, my God, that's a huge difference. For Bobby Witt Jr. Hopefully they don't have to go back to the Bronx. My tinfoil hat tells me they will be going back for a Game 5. That's just the way baseball operates. And, when money's involved and big business is involved, some things seemingly don't happen the way they're supposed to. And so if he has to go back to the Bronx, I hope he's better than that.
No doubt. But the Royals will be back. Josh Vernier joins us now, Royals insider. Vern, I'm sure you're revved up from last night. I know you probably had the Chiefs game going as well as the Royals game. You got to talk about it on the post-game show. And now we get another Vern's On Deck show at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, and I'll be out there at the K with you. I promise I'll continue to maintain a cool, calm, and collected professional atmosphere.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, see, I'm going to the game, Vern, and so I don't have to follow rules. I can be as boisterous and as obnoxious as I want to be.
Well, Jazz Chisholm certainly helped with that now, didn't he?
He did. Yeah. I'll be leading the boos out in section 210, I think, is where we're going to be. So, come out and boo Jazz Chisholm. What do you make of that, man? Like, that's just stupid.
Yeah. Again, a slight echo. But, yeah, Jazz Chisholm, listen, if you listen to that entire soundbite, I really take umbrage with nothing but the word lucky.
Absolutely.
Yes. All he's doing is being who Jazz Chisholm is, and that is a energy giver, a guy that exudes confidence. And, for the most part of that soundbite, it's just him trying to portray a confident clubhouse, a team that is undeterred, even though they've been outplayed by the Royals in each of the first 2 games, and they almost are on their way to Kansas City down 0-2, if not 4. An unfortunate call and some missed opportunities for the Royals in Game 1, but really all Jazz Chisholm did was lock in the Royals fan base. My wife and her mom and her aunt and a whole bunch of people are going to the game, as you know, coming up on Wednesday, and all that did was make sure that they are ready to boo every time they hear the name Jazz Chisholm. So all they did was, as Dusty put it earlier, wake up a sleeping giant.
Well, and two, I'm going through my ex formerly Twitter feed this morning, Vern, and I saw this nice video from John Boy Media showing Carlos Rodon celebrating after his strikeout in the second inning. And then I see Michael Garcia quote tweet it that says, "Don't celebrate too early." I feel like the Royals have taken a disrespect card and they're going to play it from the top of the deck for the rest of this series.
Well, that even caught my attention yesterday. Rodon in the first inning. Now, he was on fire. 12 pitches, retires the side, punches out Garcia, Bobby, and Vinny.
Ridiculous.
But, he's coming off the mound laughing with his tongue wagging, and it reminded me of this one guy I used to work with at Kauffman Stadium. Not at 96.5 The Fan, but another beat writer that I would hang out with every game out at Kauffman Stadium. And it was a joke that at the end of the first inning, whoever was starting for the Royals, if they retired the side 1-2-3, he would start talking about, oh boy, he's got that look. He might be throwing a no-hitter.
Oh my God.
And it was often just his youth, right? Just his inexperience, that it's a long game and most pitchers look good early because they're never going to feel better than they do early. So the fact that Carlos Rodon, a guy that's been a professional baseball player for a decade now, he fell victim to that. He was a prisoner of the moment, and it was obviously picked up by everybody in that Royals dugout, not just Michael Garcia. But you see Salvi wagging his tongue as he comes around third base. That's in direct response to Carlos Rodon. Listen, everyone's already geared up for a postseason game. It's not as if this focuses them more, but it certainly agitated them. I saw Cole Reagan's last night as animated as I've ever seen him. Normally, Reagan's always cool, calm, and collected. After Soto gave him that Soto stare after that first inning walk, Reagan's punches his ticket in the third and returns a stare. I've never seen Cole Reagan's competitiveness manifest itself like that. Normally, he does a great job of keeping that fire inside of him. It was all bubbling over last night, and it was great to see.
How much did that one factor in as well, too? Because I saw Stanton do that as he's running down to the second after his walk. I'm like,
would you really call that running?
Nah, not really. That's true. Waddling, strolling, however you want to call it. But, the Yankees were talking a lot of smack for a team that really since 2009 has been, bleak in the postseason. And their star, Aaron Judge, is about as useful as a telephone pole.
Yeah, that's strange to see, but just as confident as I am that Bobby's going to hit the over on his total bases prop coming up on Wednesday, you can only keep Aaron Judge down so long. I'm not going to bank that the great number 99 stays in the tank, even though the boys are now making their way to Kansas City, to Kauffman Stadium for Game 3 and Game 4 Wednesday and Thursday. Just like it was a mistake for Jazz to ignite the fan base, just like it was a mistake for Soto to get Reagan's going and Rodon to get the Royals offense going, I'm not going to poke the bear that is Aaron Judge. I'm happy that he is struggling. I'm happy that he might be in his own head right now, but a player that great can shake it off with one big swing.
Vern, let's address the elephant in the room. Is Bobby pressing in New York, or is it just one of those situations, young kid, big stage, bright lights, first time ever, obviously better at home than he is away? What can he do to get out of this funk?
I don't see pressing. The one plate appearance where it looked like he expanded was in the 7th with a man on and one out. But 0 for 5 in back-to-back games, that's the first time that's ever happened in his big league career, so I take solace in that. 3 years in, it's the first time we've seen him go back-to-back and 0 for 5. Normally there's an infield hit or a walk or he's stealing a base. Normally he's able to impact the game offensively in some fashion. Now, last night he was terrific defensively, starting a pair of inning-ending double plays, including a great diving stab on a rocket off of the bat of Giancarlo Stanton to finish off Chris Bubic's second inning there in the 8th. But just like I said with Aaron Judge, Bobby's too good and too fast to stay carrying these offers. A dribbler to the left side could lead to a first inning infield knock, and the floodgates will open up. And like you mentioned, the home road splits, being back in a ballpark with the gap-to-gap triples alleys that Kauffman Stadium has. Yeah, and with the crowd on his side, with Mahomes and everybody in the building, they'll put Patrick up on the Crown Vision to, going into first pitch to get that place truly rocking. I think of LeBron James in that Game 7 of the World Series against the Cubs and Guardians a handful of seasons ago when he's waving the towel to get Cleveland going. That's going to be Patrick Mahomes getting fired up. That's going to be Patrick Mahomes coming up on Wednesday night. So that energy, you're going to see the MVP come out on Wednesday night. The MVP, of course, being Bobby Witt Jr.
You mentioned the great plays by Bobby Witt Jr. One person who didn't seem to appreciate him is Bob Costas. Listen to this.
Hit to short. Witt gets the force. Can they turn two? Yes, they can, and it's just the point we were making. It's not Giancarlo's fault. A near base hit, couldn't beat it out at the other end, turns into a double play.
I mean, could you see and hear anybody more depressed that the Yankees grounded into a double play on a like? If that's the Yankee broadcast, I'm good with it. That's a national broadcast, and Bob Costas sounded like somebody kicked his dog.
I think a lot of that goes into the conversation right before that play when they were talking about just how unathletic on the base paths Giancarlo Stanton is. If you go back to Saturday's game, if Giancarlo Stanton could run, instead of a 6-5 Royals loss, that thing could have been 9-5, 10-5. The Yankees could have blown the Royals out if Stanton could pick him up and lay him down whatsoever. So when Stanton hits into that inning-ending double play there in the 8th inning, I've heard Denny Matthews do the same thing, where he is lamenting the fact that ugly baseball is transpiring in front of him, and then when his premonition comes true and that ugly baseball continues, Denny's disappointed even if it benefits the Royals. When you love the game of baseball, you want to see it played well. You want to see athletes. You want to see a high level of execution. And Giancarlo Stanton last night did exactly what the broadcasters and honestly most of the 48,000 in the building thought he was going to do. Hit it hard, but hit it to an out.
One of the biggest advantages for the Royals, maybe two big advantages, is they don't have the pressure New York has, and now they get to come back home and they get to throw it to Seth Lugo, who was a Cy Young candidate the entire year. You got to love the odds for the Royals coming back home on Wednesday, Vern.
Yeah. Going opposite a guy in Clark Schmidt that is going to be making the biggest start of his career, and I know you could say the same thing about Seth Lugo, but again, the pressure on Seth Lugo to me is going to pale in comparison to what Schmidt's facing. Again, this was a guy that, it was kind of a toss-up. Is he going to get the ball? Are they going to go with Luis Gil? Man, the way that I look at it, the Royals are in complete control right now. Not only of this best-of-3 series as they have the home field advantage, but to me, the Royals are in complete control of the postseason as far as their October fates. A great game yesterday between Cleveland and Detroit, but there's nothing on those two teams that I say this Royal squad can't match. Now with the bullpen being in, inarguable strength for this ball club, it's the team that we knew was good enough to compete in April, May, and June, now with a twist, and that twist is you have a terrific bullpen. To me, the only team that is more well-rounded than the Royals right now are the San Diego Padres, and you won't face them until the World Series. So again, the Royals are in complete control of this series and in complete control of their ability to win the whole damn thing.
What do you make of the home field advantage being for naught in Major League Baseball so far this postseason?
Yeah, well, we talked about it going into that Yankees series. If you can score first, you get the first ABs on the road. If you can score first, you put that capacity crowd, you put that starting pitcher, and you put that opposing dugout on their heels.
Yeah.
And the fans, the players certainly feel that. So again, a reminder, and Kansas City doesn't need a reminder, but if things don't start off great, like they didn't in the wild card game. I remember some people leaving the wild card game. I remember frustrated fans all over the place during that wild card game. Stick with it, because if we've learned anything in what has been an outstanding postseason, just watch that Mets-Phillies game from the other day. Stick with them. The boys are going to find a way.
Well, Vern, it's time to go punch Mickey Mantle in the mouth. I'm sure you get that reference as well as Bob does, too. And, Vern, we'll be ready Wednesday at 5 o'clock, 96.5 The Fan on deck show. I'm ready to go, baby.
Punched him right in the mouth.
That's right.
Mickey, I love you. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
You bet. No problem. Josh Fern, your Royals insider here on 96.5 The Fan. I'm doing my work, man. I'm trying to watch Seinfeld. Your whole life's a fantasy camp.
It is.
That's Bob Fescoe.
I don't know how many times I've told people that.
Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens, Mac Morey. Coming up on the other side, we get to On the Come here on 96.5 The Fan. Your hope for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Royals baseball. 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, you don't have to keep living with that arthritis pain that you're dealing with right now, right? Maybe your knees are so bad that you can't walk upstairs anymore and you just sleep on the couch. Or maybe your shoulder's so bad you can't go play golf or pickleball anymore. You don't want to deal with any of that. But you're also thinking to yourself, what can I do to get rid of this pain? Well, relief. Long-lasting relief is possible with help from QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in cellular therapies that can revitalize your joints. And I'm talking about advanced regenerative medicine, using your own body's healing properties, highly concentrated and carefully placed in your achy joint. That back pain, shoulder pain, knee pain, these are cutting-edge treatments that require no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. It's a quick in-office procedure that can get you moving again. If arthritic pain is keeping you from doing the things you love, like pain in your knees, the hips, back, your shoulders, all your joints, then you owe it to yourself to learn more. So call QC Kinetics today for a free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone. 816-412-6299.
When Google Fiber first launched 1 gig internet right here in Kansas City, it cost $70. Cut to today. Over 10 years later, 1 gig internet still costs the same, $70. That's what you get with Google Fiber. Fast, reliable internet with simple, straightforward monthly billing. No data caps, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Just a small local fee for the city on top of your flat, predictable price. Go beyond good enough. Go beyond fiber. Sign up today at fiber.google.com.
Your attention is precious. Pulled in a million directions for a million different reasons. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas City works hard to make sure your health insurance isn't one of the many things distracting you from what's important. By making healthcare easier to navigate, we help keep your focus on the moments that matter most. Like dinner with loved ones. Letting you focus on you. That's the benefit of Blue. Learn more at bluekc.com.
Well, it's an election year, so everybody's talking about trust. Talk is cheap. Trust is earned. This is Gene at House of Diamonds. And just like it's better to judge candidates by their history instead of their promises, the same is true for jewelers. The guys who once sold lab diamonds for thousands of dollars with a straight face are now literally giving them away, and want you to trust them when they say this month's once-in-a-lifetime sell is better than last month's, or that there's such a thing as free financing. Look, trust is earned over time. In our case, over 30 years, and is as precious as the real diamonds, gemstones, and custom jewelry here at House of Diamonds. It's why we still personally design and handcraft all the custom jewelry we sell. Trust is earned by delivering on promises and exceeding expectations. That's what we do every day at House of Diamonds. House of Diamonds on the southeast corner of College and Quivira.
Truck drivers, the holiday rush is here. Now is the perfect time to become a Schneider driver. As an industry leader trusted by shippers nationwide, Schneider has the freight to keep you moving this holiday season and all year long. As a Schneider driver, you'll enjoy award-winning benefits, reliable equipment, a pay package that rewards your hard work, and so much more. Don't let the holiday rush pass you by. Search jobs near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Are you in need of top quality metal for your next project? Look no further than Metal by the Foot. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast, contractor, or business owner, Metal by the Foot has the perfect solution for you. Steel, aluminum, brass, and stainless. The Foot. Blue Demon Welding Supplies, filler rods, and wire. The Foot. Cronius Professional Welding Equipment, service and repairs. The Foot. Located in KC and Topeka. Online at metalbythefoot.com. When you need a piece of metal, remember, metal doesn't have to cost an arm or a leg, just the foot.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more with yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
The only thing more satisfying than a crisp fall day is a crisp fall day inside your cozy, spotless home. Right now, shop Labor Day savings on select cleaning essentials and exclusive brands from the Home Depot. Plus, with fast free delivery, you don't have to worry about running out of your favorite cleaners, paper products, trash bags, and more. The Home Depot has everything you need to get ready for a fall refresh. Get your home crisp, clean, and ready for the season with the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Free delivery on over 2 million items subject to availability.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Timmy, everybody. Great job. Next up for our 5th grade class recital, we have Samantha.
10 times better performance can make a big difference. Castrol Edge Motor Oil gives your engine 10 times better high-stress performance. Castrol Edge, better oil for maximum performance. Now through December 28th, Castrol Edge and Edge High Mileage Motor Oil are on rollback at Walmart.
Claim based on sequence 9 test under high-load conditions versus API SP test limits.
As a roofer, I don't have time to fail. Homeowners rely on me, so I rely on Beacon. Beacon's unique network of branches work together to get me what I need when I need it. And with the Beacon Pro Plus app, I've got the brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. Now through September 15th, purchase high-quality GAF with Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com or download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always building.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
New trouble on the Kansas side. Checking it out on the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras. 35 southbound past 75th Street with an accident blocking the center lane. And you've got long delays that stretch all the way back to 18th Street Expressway. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
Before we get to On the Come, had a big work meeting yesterday. Thank you to all of you that listen to this wonderful program on 96.5 The Fan. It does not go unnoticed. We see you. We hear you. We love you.
And now you can see us. I'm waving. Hello. Dusty giving his camera's not working again?
His camera's
working. Oh, I thought it was off. I was doing the Mr. Bean.
You were doing what everybody's going to be doing tomorrow night to Jazz Chisholm as he comes to the plate, right? Booing and birding. How about that birdie guy that, was playing first base last night for the Yankees? The third player in baseball history to make a start at a position they've never played in the postseason.
What do you guys also think about the kicker for the Saints showing up last night in the George Brett Royals jersey?
Well, he's a local kid. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
I know your fandom is, what it is, and you always have it, but it's like, there you go.
Yeah, no, I thought that was really cool. The kid from Sedalia, right? Yeah, yeah. Sedalia, home of the State Fair. I bet you didn't know that. I got more Missouri trivia.
I did know that, actually. I saw George Strait when I was like 6 years old at the State Fair.
Are you a George Strait song? Are you a George Strait fan?
Yes. Once I found out the definition of what the song "The Fireman" is about.
Okay. Which is really good. Our friend Gene Watson can sing that song like it's nobody's business. I'm going to tell you.
Yes!
Because I created a George Strait song. You know what? Are you really a George Strait fan?
Yes.
Okay, so you know that song, Texas?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Texas. Okay, so I created my own song.
Let's see your talent.
So
All right, hang on a second. Let me start it over.
I have no idea. This is not on the come.
No, this is my
French toast.
This song
hang
is
on,
the come.
hang on.
This song slaps.
This song is my remake of George Strait's Texas.
French toast had never crossed my mind.
Okay.
There'd be no strips of bacon on the side.
Okay.
No eggs of any kind. If it wasn't for breakfast. If it wasn't for breakfast.
See?
I think you should stick with Brett Beachtown.
That's so good.
You like it, right? You love it, but you get it.
Of course.
Because there's so
What's
many
your
people.
talent?
There's so many people who don't get it, but if it wasn't and I'm just sitting there on Sunday morning and I'm thinking, I got to come up with this song because that's the way my brain works. I'm like, if it wasn't for breakfast, and I'm getting ready to have eggs and things. I can send you the clean version of that, Mac, and you can play it all you want.
Yes, please.
From our friend Gene Watson. You're really playing this song? Yeah, I sent it to him.
Watson, yes!
He loves it. It's a great song.
From the 913, Bob, were you laying down while you recorded
Yes,
this?
I absolutely was.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
it's a video. It's not even a voice
Oh,
memo.
yeah.
That's so
And
much
his
better.
eyes are pinched shut.
French
Oh,
toast
God, not
had
again.
never crossed my mind.
Kill it.
There'd be no strips of bacon on the side. No eggs of any kind. If it wasn't for breakfast. If it wasn't for breakfast.
See? That's brilliant.
You drive a fire engine red T-Bird automobile?
No.
You know what George Strait's name was in the movie Pure Country?
Cletus?
Dusty.
Yeah.
On the come.
On the come.
One more time.
On the come.
Oh, man. On the come, we do it every Wednesday, but we do it on Tuesday, Every Tuesday we do it on this show called Fescoe and Dusty. I'm going to make a damn believer out of Bob before the season's over.
All right.
I'm going to make you believe in Kyler Murray.
Okay.
Before it's all said and done. And I'm going to make you believe in my guy that's on the come, Caleb Williams.
I believe in that bacon on the side before I believe in either of those two guys. I'd rather have turkey bacon than Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams is definite. That's not true. Caleb, I know that for a fact. That's not true.
No, turkey bacon is terrible.
No, it tastes like Band-Aids, according to
Yeah.
Walt Jr. from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams is definitely on the come because you got to know what this bit is. It's guys that are starting to show you that they're ready to be there. Caleb Williams, I'm definitely going to make a believe out of Bob because Caleb Williams in his last three games, 70 of 104. That's good for 67%. He's thrown 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 824 yards, averaging 275 a game in the last 3 games. His team is now 3-2 as a rookie quarterback. They're above 500. He looks like he's slowly but surely starting to figure out, I know, look at the schedule, who have they played? Doesn't matter. He's a rookie.
Build a little success over Carolina and whatnot.
He is a rookie. He is in Chicago. They drafted him first overall. He's had a ton of pressure. They are 3-2. He is starting to figure it out. Again, 70 of 104, 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, 824 yards. It's a 275 average over the last 3 games.
You got a game to win in their respective sports. Who are you taking? Caleb Williams, Aaron Judge, or Bobby Witt right now?
Come again?
You got a game to win in their respective sports. Who are you taking? Aaron Judge, Bobby Witt, or Caleb Williams?
Bobby Witt Jr. Is it at home?
A neutral site. Let's just call it a neutral site.
Bobby Witt Jr. As long as it's not New York. As long as it's not New York, Bobby Witt Jr. And if it's not the playoffs, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge, if it's not the playoffs.
And if
And
they're
if it's a
playing
preseason game, you're taking Caleb?
And they're playing Carolina,
Caleb Williams. Okay.
No,
I'm
but
good with
Caleb
that.
Williams is my on the come this week.
All right, mine. I've actually got 2 individuals in a group because I can't decide if I want Daniels or Darnold as my guy on the come because both are playing really good football right now. Like, I hate to tell you this, Daniels is your rookie of the year, right? Like, there's no argument. That's it. It's done. He's your rookie of the year. He may challenge for the MVP as well, even though after last night's games, Mahomes is now the front runner again for the MVP. Sam Darnold has just been terrific. I mean, he's just done really nice things for his 5-0 team. So both of those guys are on the come, and so is the Royals bullpen. Stop thinking that the Royals bullpen is some sort of detriment. It is not. It is now officially a strength of this ball club.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Darnold, finally, in your good graces after what was his worst game last week, but you're finally seeing it, which is good.
Well, they're 5-0. It's hard to
Exactly.
It's hard to not see it, right?
Yeah, he looks great, and Kevin O'Connell also not ever going to be in our Tough Tuesdays. That guy's elite.
No, guys, and you said look great. I thought it was my wife talking. There
Oh,
for a
no.
second.
What's
your talent? You want me to play the song again?
No.
Oh, I can.
No.
Are people asking for
No.
it? I think they are. On
They're
the
not.
text line.
Please don't.
That song is
On the come.
I mean, it is.
It
but-
really is,
It
yeah.
is, man.
Yeah.
My on the come is Tom Brady. Really good insight this week, and I thought he was really, really good. The first 2 weeks we talked about him, didn't really understand the spacing, didn't really know when to speak, didn't really understand how truncated that time is. You get 30 seconds is a lot. You may only get 10 or 15, and you've got to talk about the replay. You've got to really give us your 20 plus years of pro football Hall of Famer insight, and I felt like he did that. I think it was the Niners-Cardinals game that he was calling, and the Cardinals have the ball, or I think it was the Niners had the ball with a minute and a half left. And
How do you get stuck with that game?
That was a great game, one of the best games of
It
the day.
did turn out to be pretty good, but you look at Niners-Cardinals on paper, like,
Well, you're not a Kyler Murray guy, but
I'm not. Like the Cardinals have never done it for me. Like
That's
it's
fair.
just never been an interesting team. And I know you guys are gonna look at me like I'm like the 49ers have never interested me either.
Wow.
Maybe that's from a kid growing up and seeing the Giants and them play in
Yeah.
the 80s all the time. The Giants would take care of business, no harm, no foul. But like the 49ers do nothing for me.
But I love Tom Brady. A minute and change left to go, and he's like, when I was in these situations, I would think of a second as a yard. And I was like, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's cool. I
That's
like
awesome.
that. Yeah.
That's what I want to hear.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I would never have thought about that. Thank you, Tom Brady.
I like that.
So he's on the come.
Okay.
Getting better.
You think he's still single?
No.
Oh God, no.
Well,
I mean,
I would hope so.
I would.
Single,
yes. Yeah.
Single, yes. But mingling?
Mingling.
yes.
Oh, yes.
As he should be.
And he should be.
Yeah.
You're right. You know what? Got out of a long marriage. It was tough there at the end. He needs to mingle.
Absolutely.
If you can date your karate instructor, he can.
Was she dating him? Or
Hey,
is she
I
spending
don't
Tuesdays
know.
in the basement?
I don't know. I just, who knows?
I got a nicer chair.
That's right. Oh, man. You love to see it.
If it wasn't for breakfast.
Please stop. You can do that from 10 to 2. They like songs. That's not a shot. That's just they like songs.
But my songs are kicking.
You are extremely biased.
I know. Brett Beachtown was a movement. And if it wasn't for breakfast, it's going to be a movement, too.
You know what Sports Illustrated's leading article is right now?
Let me guess. Hang on. Don't tell me. I'm going to guess. WNBA.
Nope.
NHL opening night tonight.
Nope.
LeBron and Bronny playing together.
Nope.
Oh, that was my guess.
Uh,
Aaron Rodgers.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Still feels the same that we're going to win it, I don't feel like anybody feels any different, We're going to go out there and do our thing still. We still don't feel like any team is better than us. Like you said, we had a lot of missed opportunities tonight, so they just got lucky.
On SI Now, Jazz Chisholm Jr. boldly claims Royals, quote, got lucky after Yankees loss in Game 2. Let me tell Jazz something. Let me tell Jazz a little something. Let me talk to you here real quick. Take a page out of L.A. Knight's book. Yeah. Let me talk to you real quick, Jazz. You want a little reference of what happens when you do this to the Royals? You know what happens? Go talk to the Houston Astros. You remember when that clown did the little throat slash?
Oh, that was it. That set him off.
You remember when he did that?
It actually wasn't the throat slash that set him off. He actually did. It was Lance McCullers
That's
Jr.,
right.
right? And he did like this backpack move.
Oh, yeah. And
like,
then Haas did it.
And that pissed Haas off.
Yes, it
was
did.
the backpack move, right? Like pack your bags, you're
Right.
going home. And that sent the Royals, as we know, Game 4 and whatnot, and propelled them to win that series. Like, how stupid are you as an athlete to give your competition,
it.
which in professional sports, for all intents and purposes, teams are even across the board, right? Some teams may have a better player here, a better player there, a better coach here, but for the most part, you're even across the board. You're looking for that little thing. That little thing as I look into the camera. You're looking for that little moment to get you over the edge. Jazz Chisholm just did that.
And if you want to keep doing that, that's fine, because I can promise you that when the Royals plane takes off, what today, like 1 o'clock in New York?
Yeah.
So they get back a little later on this afternoon.
Right. Both teams are flying in today, which I found bizarre, but whatever. Sleep science experts will tell you that.
And that's the thing is, like, when you do these types of things, when you feed the beast unnecessary meals that they will continue to eat because they're a beast, and that beast might be the Royals in blue, and you say they got lucky.
Yeah.
You don't want to say they got lucky. When your ass was thrown out at second and got called safe and got the go-ahead run that eventually was the winning run, keep talking it. Keep bringing it. Because a guy in your stadium back in the day that didn't let Billy Butler go into the home run derby, which is super pity, they booed him the entire time he hit 0 home runs in the event.
Yeah, he had none. That was great.
When a guy did a throat slash and a back pat celebration, the Royals went back, and that shortstop on that team that had to fight for that pitcher that did that made a crucial error. Career, never been the same. I don't care what you want to say about Carlos Correa. How you doing? The other thing about this whole game, no, he's not. The other thing that's interesting about this is, Jazz Chisholm, you don't have the clout. You don't have that sort of, they just got lucky. If Giancarlo Stanton wants to do that, a.k.a. Mike, if Aaron Judge, who wouldn't because he's a smart baseball player, wants to do that, he can. Jazz Chisholm, you were acquired in the offseason by a team that...
He's acquired midseason.
Midseason.
Trade deadline.
I'm sorry, I meant midseason, where they said, I don't know if this guy fits the Yankee clubhouse. Then becomes a Yankee player. Yeah, you've been good so far in the ALDS. Your team is tied 1-1. You didn't sweep at home. You now have a disadvantage going on the road, 2 games, in a town that doesn't feel lucky, a team that feels hungry for playoff baseball. Jazz Chisholm, you might be Richard of the Week, and it's only Tuesday.
It's going to be very interesting to see how he performs now going forward, because if you're going to talk the talk, you better get out there and walk the walk. And Jazz Chisholm and the Yankees right now are the last team on earth that needs to be talking smack to anybody, because right now their sphincters are as small as the tip of this pen. See that pen on the camera right there? That's how small their sphincter is. There is no team in professional sports, and I'm going to continue to say this, with more pressure on them to win than the New York Yankees right now. There's no player with more pressure on him to have success in the postseason than Aaron Judge is right now. If Bobby Witt doesn't get a hit in the ALDS and the Royals end up losing and they go home, we'll talk about it for a day, but we won't dwell on it. If Aaron Judge continues to do what he's doing right now and the Yankees go home in the ALDS, that is the narrative all winter in New York. You're going to hear the trade Aaron Judge comments start to come up. We can't have Aaron Judge in big situations. He's not a big type of player. Like, the pressure on the Yankees is so immense right now.
Oh, yeah.
And then this guy adds more pressure to the top of that mixture and says that the Royal, like, everything he said was fine until he gets to the end and says, well, they were just lucky. Last night had nothing to do with luck. Last night was a clean baseball game that was a good baseball game. We all sat there and watched it. It was a nice pitching duel, a couple of timely hits, playoff baseball game. There was no luck involved in that game at all last night.
Yeah.
But when you say stuff like that, you are putting your team at such a disadvantage that they need to beat him up on the plane ride out here or not bring him to Kansas City, because that guy's like Mumbles in a Bronx Tale. Put that guy in the closet. He's screwing up what you're trying to do. And the Royals are going, all right. Because when I heard that, my first impression was Vinny Pasquantino going, all right, let's go. Right. Oh, is that what you want to say? Fine. Because it goes back to Vinny even telling Joel Goldberg off basically at the beginning of the year. Joel, we're not a lucky baseball team or whatever it is. We're a good baseball team. Remember that back in April? I can channel Vinny Pasquantino listening to that going, oh, okay, you think we're lucky? We're going to kick your ass. Like, that was a bad look right there for the Yankees and Jazz Chisholm.
Did you consider Brett for Miller?
Did Will Chamberlain or Danny Manning, have they reached out to Wiggins?
You think I'm a damn fool? And also just wanted to double check that Dan Kilgore is going to practice today. I'm sick and tired of all this bullshit. Coach, we appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us.
From the 816, Dusty, you do know you're not on the team, right? Oh, no, I'm on the team.
You're on the come, I think.
Oh, I'm on the team. You think they don't play I'm on a boat in the locker room after big wins for any reason? Oh, I'm on the team. Team Kansas City. So I got one request for you, 816. Pucker up and kiss my ass. Welcome to the city of blue. Welcome to the Caribbean Cruise Royal ship that's been there since the beginning of the season, before the season even started. You know you're not on the team. Happy Blue Red Tuesday today, baby. Kansas City is flying high. They are sailing straight
got
deck
a couple of blue things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Somebody from the 6-2. I'm not on the team, but I'm on the ship. Damn right. We're all on this ship, except for all those people that jumped off on those 7-game losing streaks. I'm so I don't even know if I slept last night. I literally hit the bed and the alarm went off and I was here.
Yeah, that was one of those nights. Like a morning like this, I'm like, man, no, Kling's sleeping.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, man. And then here's a fun stat from ESPN. Juju Smith-Schuster's 130-yard receiving night are the most in a game since 2021 season wildcard round with the Steelers.
Yeah, I told you it was alumni night last night at Arrowhead.
That was 1,366 days ago. Kareem Hunt's 102 rushing yards are his most in a game since 2020 season.
Yeah, alumni night. All the old people performed well last night, right?
Somebody says, what's with all the Dusty hate? I don't know, but I love you all, and I love Fescoe, and I love Mac, and this is Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for K-State Athletics, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, it's coming up. You know what that is. Holiday travel season is right around the corner, and if you're booking your flights for the holiday, maybe you're booking for spring break right now, you got to book your parking as well. Everybody in Kansas City asks at least one time a day, where am I going to park, no matter where you're going, right? I got you covered at the airport. It's Park and Go, because every spot that they have is a covered parking spot at KCI. So not only are you going to have a great place to park, your car's going to be protected while you're out of town. And Park and Go makes it so simple, man. It is so easy to make your reservation. Just go to bookparkandgo.com. Boom, make your reservation and prepay. You prepay, you save a bunch of money, and you get their lowest rate possible. Then you show up on the day of your flight. You give them that reservation number at the gate, and they tell you exactly where to park, because that spot has been reserved for you. And what I love, as soon as you pull into that spot, here comes the bus to take you right to the airport terminal. You're not running around a parking lot hoping somebody shows up. And then when you get back, you got that, oh, I'm so tired after travel, I just want to get home. Don't worry about it, because you just grab your bags and walk outside, and that Park and Go bus is there for you, whether it's 2:25 in the morning or 2:25 in the afternoon. Park and Go is going to take care of you. So do what we did and join their frequent parker program, earn points towards free parking, and reserve your spot today at bookparkandgo.com. The best deals in parking. Bookparkandgo.com. Park and Go, family owned and operated.
My name is Michael, and I am a Centric graduate. I was burnt out at my sales job and just going through the motions. I decided it was finally time to stop putting it off and make a change in my life. Centric's hands-on training and fast program was the step that I needed. I graduated with the certifications and real-world experience to get a career in tech. I got a job and haven't looked back, only to a better future. Don't put it off any longer. Visit Centric.com to take control of your future. That's Centric.com.
MD Anderson Cancer Center is again ranked #1 in the nation for cancer care by U.S. News & World Report's Best Hospitals rankings. Our physicians treat more types of cancers in a day than many see in their whole career. This unmatched depth of expertise, combined with our groundbreaking discoveries, gives our patients access to the most innovative treatment options. Learn more at mdanderson.org.
When it comes to beef, nothing tops world-class highly marbled Wagyu. Booth Creek Wagyu's Overland Park Meat Market is ready to elevate your beef. Their farm-to-fork commitment brings this intensely rich and flavorful beef from the tall grass prairies north of Manhattan, Kansas, directly to your table. Stop into the store to see what our customers are calling the jewelry store of beef and taste the difference. Our in-store experts are sampling freshly seared Wagyu 7 days a week. Located in the shops at Deer Creek Woods at 135th and Metcalf. Winchester at Lake City Army Ammunition Plant in Independence is the largest manufacturer of small caliber ammunition for the U.S. military. They're hiring technicians starting at $26.72 an hour with a $1,000 hiring bonus. Excellent day one benefits include medical, dental, educational support, paid time off, and company retirement contributions up to 8%. Join Winchester and serve the U.S. warfighter. It's more than a job. It's a mission. Apply at winchester.com/careers.
Hey, it's Rex here with RexBuysKC.com, your local KC home buyer. If you own a property in the Kansas City or surrounding area and want to sell it fast and at a fair price, write this number down, 816-330-6000. I'm a private real estate investor, not some hedge fund or large national chain. My family and I live right here in KC. I can pay cash and close on your timeline, even in as little as 3 days. Here at RexBuysKC.com, we're improving Kansas City one house at a time. I buy inherited houses, vacant houses, foreclosure houses, behind in payment houses, my tenant won't pay the rent houses, and properties that need complete rehabs. Do you own a house that's trashed and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at this number, 816-330-6000. That's 816-330-6000. Or go to RexBuysKC.com. That's rexbuyskc.com, and I look forward to working with you.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first-time Nana moments.
Welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't-miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or diabetes, you're at higher risk of being hospitalized from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights. Open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Save on O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner. Get 2 cans of O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner for just $8. Valid in-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Gann Asphalt and Concrete, online at gannasphalt.com. Kansas side, 35 southbound has been very heavy. You're hitting slowdowns around Lamar, and it crawls all the way down past 75th Street. Checking it out on the Cordell and Cordell traffic cameras, there's an accident in the center lane past 75th, although there is a tow truck on the scene now, so hopefully out of your way soon. Looking to transform your business's property, noticing crumbling curbs, uneven sidewalks, parking lot potholes, or faded striping. Gann Asphalt and Concrete makes your project a streamlined process with one contractor. All things parking lot. Gann Asphalt and Concrete, online at gannasphalt.com. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
I wouldn't be an American if it wasn't for Texas.
French toast had never crossed my mind. There'd be no strips of bacon on the side, no eggs of any kind. If it wasn't for breakfast, if it wasn't for breakfast.
I think we're still drunk.
I love it. That's beautiful. Sounds really good.
That's our executive producer, Mac Morey, on the come.
That was after a 5-mile run, and I was thinking of breakfast.
Looked like a 5-hour joint rotation.
No,
the way your eyes looked.
Lying out in the sun, 5 miles with no shirt on.
Oh, man.
The looks I get.
Yeah. Golly. Who revamped their singing career or football career? Juju Smith-Schuster or Bob Fescoe?
Both, actually.
Did Juju Smith-Schuster have 130 yards for New England last year?
He did. No, all year.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Literally, yeah.
Did he even have 100 yards for New England last year?
It's amazing what guys do when they play here. You know, it's just different. And I don't want to keep saying it's just different. It all goes back to Andy Reid.
Yeah.
And I really, guys, you know, I've got money on Andy Reid to win Coach of the Year, but Kevin O'Connell and his boyish good looks are probably going to end up winning this thing. We do not appreciate Andy Reid enough in sports. And Andy Reid is the least appreciated and most underappreciated head coach in the NFL. People have taken this guy for granted and just expect that this is what's going to happen. And I really do think it's a disrespect to our guy, Andy Reid, because my goodness, every week, week in and week out, and I sent you guys the text yesterday, welcome to Arrowhead. Tonight's ass kicking is going to be served to you by the tight ends. Like, we don't have wide receivers. Our star running back is banged up as well. And, okay, so Noah Gray, Travis Kelce, you go out there, you start doing your thing and doing your work and, getting this thing done. And that's how we're going to win this game. Like, Andy Reid also, too, is one of the more innovative head coaches that we've ever seen in the NFL. Back, I remember years ago when Chase Daniel was playing at the University of Missouri and everything was in that pistol formation. And they kept always talking about these guys, in college. Oh, they never take a snap. They're never going to be pros. They can't get a snap under center and all this kind of stuff. And in Andy Reid's genius mind, he goes, you know what? We're going to just put all of our quarterbacks in the pistol formation. They're doing it for 4 years in college. I'm not going to make them adjust to me. I'm going to adjust to them. And that right then and there tells you how good a coach Andy Reid is, because there are so many coaches in professional sports and so many people in professional sports that are so ego-driven that are going to do it my way, my way, my way, and you got to fit my mold. And then you take all this talent and you've wasted it because maybe they don't do what you do good. So Andy Reid adjusts to his players instead of having his players adjust to him. And that's why Andy Reid is better than everybody else. That's why his longevity is better than anybody else. And that's why Andy Reid is the greatest coach in NFL history. I mean, Juju Smith-Schuster for 130, Kareem Hunt for 102, Travis Kelce was 70 last night. Like, I keep saying it, alumni game, man. Like, that's the, you get your boys back together who graduated 10 years ago and you play a flag football game and you put up those kind of numbers. They brought the band back together and put up crazy stats last night and won a football game, and they're sitting at 5-0 when their top two wide receivers are out, their top running back is out, the left tackle position right now is all kinds of crazy. It's bizarre, man. Andy Reid, God love you. You need to get the credit, and I know he's going to tell you he doesn't want all that credit, blah, blah, blah. Andy Reid deserves a statue, a pedestal, a mountain, whatever we want to build for Andy Reid. He's the greatest coach in NFL history, man. Yeah, he's getting that stadium soon, probably.
It might be true today that Justin Fields will no longer be the quarterback starting for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mac, you've got off-the-come quarterbacks that we wanted to get to yesterday, and you wanted to cook. So let's hear your list of guys that you're starting to see fall off the come.
Trevor Lawrence.
What?
I know, right? Got his first win. 1-4, but even when they win, it seems like he loses, right? I mean, him and Doug Peterson both just know how to...
just clueless.
Yeah, I mean, really, he does. He's squinting at the camera constantly. Yeah. He looks like some angsty teenager with his long hair, and this is coming from a guy who loves the lettuce. But still, it's just like, come on, man, like get it together. And I just feel like he is completely off the come. Next for me, off the come. This hurts to say because as a person, I don't think any three of us like him. But as a player, he was my favorite player growing up. I mean, I was 13, 14 years old watching him win the MVP. I thought he was the best thing since sliced bread. Aaron Rodgers.
Who?
Yeah, I know.
Aaron.
It says a wrong Rodgers. A wrong Rodgers? Is that?
I heard of him.
Yeah. He's a wrong for playing quarterback right now.
Who sucks worse in New York today? Aaron Rodgers or Mike Judge? Or Jeff Judge? What? Aaron Judge. Oh, both
Chisholm.
Aaron. Here's your topic in New York today. Which Aaron do you hate worse, Rodgers or Judge?
Rodgers. Rodgers, because you build this up for a year, and we watched last season Zach Wilson be bottom three. I won't say the worst, but bottom three quarterback in football. I'd say the worst quarterback in football. And all season, we watched them win 7 games, top 5 defense. They're getting turnovers. They're winning some grinded out 16-13 games. They're losing 13-10 games constantly. And we say, you know what? Even with just an average competent quarterback, this team's winning 10 or 11 games. Aaron Rodgers, we do this for a whole year, and then he comes in and they're maybe worse than last year with Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers is a fraud. And I hope Barrett Sports Media is listening to that. They do a story on it. Aaron Rodgers is a fraud. and for years, I mean, and ask Josh, I mean, like, I used to forget, we used to talk about good quarterbacks, and you're forgetting Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy. And there was like that subconscious of me would always forget those two. There's a reason. They're frauds. Aaron Rodgers is a fraud. Aaron Rodgers has led the Jets to 93 points in 5 games. Zach Wilson last year led the Jets to 93 points in 5 games. Aaron Rodgers is a fraud, but the Jets deserve it because they allowed this guy to be the quarterback, the GM, and the head coach, and the offensive coordinator. This is what happens when you turn your franchise over to a guy like Aaron Rodgers. He's a narcissistic fraud.
he's the guy who's got that beat up car and you're in the car with him and you're like, hey, I know this really good guy. And he's like, no, let's go to my friend's house. And the friend's house is Devontae Adams because you're like, no, he's really going to help us. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And no, it's not going to do crap. You're going to spend a bunch of money and you're going to win maybe one more game. That is going nowhere in New York. I was wrong on that.
Devontae Adams is not helping you.
No, I was wrong on Aaron.
What's your talent?
I can sing. French toast had never crossed my mind.
Next, I'm going to go.
Watson, yes!
Get out of here.
Get out.
Gotta go,
just
man.
go, man. He just needs to go.
It's over. It's cringy. It's not fun. It's like I mean, I enjoy watching him suffer and suck. But it's one of those things. I hope that they bench him. I mean, nobody likes him. He quit on his team.
Yep.
Nobody in the world likes Deshaun Watson. I don't even think Deshaun Watson likes himself.
No. And, I mean, Dusty, you brought it up earlier off the air that we're going to have some audio tomorrow from an ESPN guy that we usually don't like, but he actually had a good take on this exact subject, so we'll get to that tomorrow. But keep with the off the come. Jalen Hurts, and this hurts to say, I mean, just 2 years ago, I would have said that maybe he was a top 5-6 quarterback in football after that Super Bowl. He was fantastic in that game, right? I mean, other than one silly fumble that gave the Chiefs the tie game after Nick Bolton scooped 6, I mean, that was the one mistake. He played perfect that game. Well, since then, man, I don't know what to make.
Look, I'm going to disagree with you. Yeah,
you think Sirianni?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, he's now with his third coordinator in 3 years. That's not easy to do, and I've told the story for a generation now about my friend Al Saunders, coaching offense for all these years, and he goes, "You don't understand what it's like when you bring in a new offensive coordinator. You're essentially taking somebody who's fluent in Spanish and sticking him in the middle of France and telling them to find their way out and learn a new language, and it takes time. You've now done that for 3 straight years with Jalen Hurts. He's not being set up for success in Philadelphia."
Yeah, I completely agree. I will still say when I watch him, I don't see the same, and you're right. It could be
because he doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing. He's thinking instead of reacting.
I feel like what he's broken. I think he is fixable, but right now he is a broken.
He needs an Andy Reid.
Yes, he really, really does, and he's not going to get that. Will Levis, man, I had some hopes. Top 5 arm talent, but
Coach hates him.
Coach hates him. I think the team hates him. I know for a fact from my friends that I'm here, and I know the city doesn't like him right now. Yeah, man, just go back to eating mayonnaise in your coffee, I guess, because this isn't working out.
Go back to making jeans.
He'd probably make a lot of money on OnlyFans. Like if he just smeared his chest in mayonnaise, I bet there'd be a lot of girls.
You think there's
that.
people with a mayonnaise fetish?
Come on,
did you not hear about his off season?
Oh yeah.
He's got some experience.
Yeah, he does.
Did he do an OnlyFans page?
You can talk to Mac off the air about it. I don't know if it's appropriate for the airwaves.
I'm so sorry.
We will only talk Royals for the next 86 hours here on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Fescoe and Dusty.
I can feel it all the way down in my plums.
On Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
All right, man, look at this. Week 5 is over, and we are headed towards Week 6. The NFL is flying by, but you still have time to start the season with a big return on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. You'll get started with $300 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. And yeah, the Chiefs are off this weekend, so you can look around the rest of the NFL. How about putting some money on the Giants this weekend to win their game in Cincinnati and officially eliminate the Bengals? You can get that on the FanDuel app. Or if you want to bet some baseball on the FanDuel app, the Royals are a slight underdog with plus money. You can get that on the FanDuel app as well. Just visit FanDuel.com/610Bob to make every moment more this season. FanDuel, an official sportsbook partner of the NFL and of 96.5 The Fan. 21 and present in Kansas. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering online sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino, LLC. Gambling problem? Getting help is your best bet. Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ksgamblinghelp.com.
The Chiefs, Cardinals, Royals, Blues, and our 2 soccer teams, the Current and St. Louis City SC, are all endorsing Amendment 2. Here's why you should support it too. Right now, Missouri sports fans are taking their money and placing their bets in Kansas and Illinois. We're losing our money to other states, money that could be invested in our schools. Amendment 2 fixes that. By legalizing sports betting, Amendment 2 will generate over $100 million for Missouri schools over the next 5 years. And there's a strong constitutional guarantee ensuring the revenue from sports betting will go to education. Kansas and Illinois know sports betting is a winner for their fans and taxpayers. It's time for Missouri to get into the game. Amendment 2 means over $100 million for Missouri schools. Join the Chiefs, Cardinals, Royals, Blues, Current, and St. Louis City SC in supporting Amendment 2. Paid for by Winning for Missouri Education, Mike Pridmore, Treasurer.
Fall in the Midwest is pleasant. The air is crisp, the temperatures are mild, and all is right with the world. But every one of you knows that lurking around the corner is creepy old man Winter. He wants to come into your home, put his feet up on the couch, and take over the remote. That's why you need to replace your drafty old windows with triple glass replacement windows from Thermo King. Triple glass? But weren't you told that double glass windows were all you'd ever need? Think again. Triple glass windows offer double the insulating barriers against creepy old man Winter than double glass windows. And their super strong frames are guaranteed to never twist, warp, fade, or fail. And right now, Thermo King is selling their triple glass windows for the same price as double glass. Who would do such a thing? Thermo King, that's who. So don't let this beautiful weather fool you. Protect your home from creepy old man Winter and call Thermo King today. 888-KING-WIN or online at thermokingwindows.com.
When it comes to car buying, you deserve options. So at Volkswagen Lease Summit, we have 3 incredible promotions to pick from. Choose no payments for 90 days, 0% APR for up to 60 months, or we'll double your down up to $3,000. Pick out your car, then pick your promo at VWLeaseSummit.com.
What if I told you that there was a single management software that could handle your CRM, accounting, manufacturing, marketing, inventory, sales, and everything in between for a fraction of the cost of the dozens of disconnected platforms most companies rely on to manage their business? Sounds pretty good, right? Well, that's Odoo. Odoo is the end-all, be-all for any business of any size, and it's ready to help your company reach the next level and beyond. Learn more at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Chiefs coverage brought to you by Andy's Frozen Custard. Visit eatandys.com to find the location nearest you. Top your day with a smile.
Let me tell you about my good friend Andy from Andy's Frozen Custard. He's from Kansas City, never misses a game, and serves the world's finest frozen custard. Tailgate with a pick six, or grab a freshly made custom treat before or after a game. And tell him Mitch and Andy sent you.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
On the Kansas side, 35 southbound remains slow. As we check that out on the Cordell and Cordell traffic camera, your earlier accident past 75th Street has cleared, but long delays remain stretching back from 635. It's very heavy down past 67th and unwinding towards 75th. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan traffic.
The Drive with Carrington Harrison. Weekdays starting at 2 on Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan, KFNZ FM and AM, HD1 and HD2 Kansas City in Odyssey Sports Station.
We're where you want to be. Baseball with the Royals. If you want to be having a great time. You want to be loving the fun. You want to see all of the excitement. This is the place and we're the one. Want to be yelling like crazy for the guys you love to see. Come on out and join us. This is the place you want to be. We're where you want to be. Baseball with the Royals. We're where you want to be. Baseball with the Royals. If you want to see the best of the big leagues, you want to be loving the day. Come share the excitement of the stolen bases and double plays. This is where it happens. Come on and see. For the very best in baseball, this is the place you want to be. We're where you want to be. Baseball with the Royals.
And now Gleyber Torres, a right-handed batter, digs in against Ursay. In comes the pitch. First pitch fastball, ground ball Witt. He's going to go to first. Out at first. Game over. Royals win it and get the series even.
I'll take that final call over Bob Costas' final call 6 times a day, twice on Sunday, 8 days a week. Whatever the hell that means.
8 days a week.
Great song.
A great song by the Rolling Stones.
That's
back
right.
in the day, man, when they came over from Australia and invaded the United States. Good day, mate, is what Mick Jagger said as he came to America.
That's right. How about that, though? How about that final out call by Denny?
Climbing the ladder, Denny.
That's right. I mean, it just, when you just hear that.
And now Gleyber Torres, a right-handed batter, digs in against Irsay. In comes the pitch. First pitch fastball, ground ball Witt. He's going to go to first. Out at first. Game over. Royals win it. And get the series even.
There's a little more pop in that voice from Denny Matthews.
A little bit more, man, with the playoffs. I do love it, as we talked about last week. People are discovering Denny again after a 10-year hiatus from the playoffs. The people are saying things like, this guy's 100 years old, and he's calling the games by himself, and I'm here for it, and I love it. And I think everybody is, man. It's nostalgia at its finest, and he sounded excited, unlike Bob Costas, who sounded like somebody just beat up his dog when Stanton grounded into a double play towards the end of the ball game last night. My goodness, Bob.
Denny Matthews has arrived. Bob Costas gone. Start, bench, cut. Ready to do these? Little Tuesday action. Little thing we do here on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan. We get to start, bench, cut here, brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow Service. Text us.
Here's Fescoe, Dusty, and Mac with this week's edition of Start, Bench, Cut.
All right. Lead the way, Dr. Mackenstein.
Let's do it. All right, first up, start, bench, cut. Tommy Pham, Garrett Hampson, or Gurriel.
All right, I'm going to start Hampson.
Who was that last one?
3 for, who was the last one?
Struggling.
What about Sky Moore? Do you think he's going to play tomorrow? I'm going to go starting.
I got a text, man.
Yeah. Do you think Sky Moore? Nobody is talking about Sky
Moore.
Moore.
Right. Only the 2 texts we got. You're right.
Yeah.
We got text.
And my text thread.
Okay.
And Reddit.
Yeah. Oh, Reddit's talking about it. So I'm going to start Garrett Hampson. He's 3 for 3, 3 singles, 3 RBIs. I kind of like the way he's playing. I'm going to bench Gurriel, and I am going to cut Tommy Pham. As hard as it is to do that.
With that ribby last night?
Yeah, those are your 3 guys that are kind of carrying this lineup right now, right? The randos, I like to call them.
The unsung heroes. I am definitely starting Garrett Hampson, right? He was better than Garrett Cole, and he was better than Aaron Judge last night.
Well, a baby's better than Aaron Judge in the playoffs.
I've seen worse judges, Bob.
Yeah, Judy, Wapner.
Isn't Steve Harvey kind of a judge now?
Is he? I love him, though.
He is great. Great
He's
smile.
so good. He's just so fun. He makes me laugh every time I see him and smile.
I would start Garrett Hampson. I would bench Tommy Pham, and I would cut Gurriel. The reason why I would cut Gurriel is because then you could DH Vinny. You could give Sal a day with Freddie, and then you could put Sal at first, and Gurriel kind of interrupts that process. But again, Gurriel's been great. Veteran leadership. This is a tough one. Start, bench, cut. I start Garrett Hampson like everybody in the city of Kansas City. I bench Tommy Pham, and I cut Gurriel.
Gurriel had like 85 runs so far in the postseason.
He did walk twice and scored quite a bit last night.
That's a veteran at bat, man.
I love it.
That guy is really good.
This wasn't easy.
No, I know. No, I'm just saying, like, I can't believe how good Gurriel has been, in the 6 days that we've had him here.
Yeah, as far as like impressive meter, he may be my start, but I'm going to go with Hampson, and then I think it's the same as you, Bob. Bench Gurriel, and then go with Pham cutting.
Yeah,
which is still, Tommy
tough,
Pham,
tough,
very tough.
He made some nice plays last night as well.
Right.
Certain guys, and I think what it is ultimately now that I kind of process it through my mind a little bit more, when you wear your pants up and show the sock, you look like a beast at the plate. Seriously, like Tommy Pham, Stanton, Judge, like you just look menacing. When you're up there and those socks are pulled up, I'm like, oh, I fear that guy. Except for Judge. My daughters could hit better in the postseason than Aaron Judge.
Bob's daughter is 4 for 7 in the games facing the Yankees when they start the game after 5:30. Denny Matthews, the parking spot. We have you covered. Back to the start, bench, cut from Jay's Southland Tow Service. Mac?
Baseball food. Hot dogs, nachos, soft pretzels.
Soft pretzel start.
I knew
soft
that.
Pretzel
Easy.
bench.
Easy.
Cutting nachos. No, pretzel, hot dog, nachos.
Nachos, pretzel, hot dog. Get that meat tube out of here, even though I do love a glizzy.
Yeah, but you get
on the golf
good
course.
hot dog, though, man.
Yeah,
like a good hot dog's tough to beat.
Yeah, and the only ones that are good are on a hot dog, or on a golf course at the turn or before you leave, or when your buddy Mike gets a hole-in-one and the clubhouse says, we don't really have plaques, but we'll give you a free hot dog. I said, okay.
How long has that been sitting on the roller, right?
Doesn't matter.
Costco hot dogs are legitimate.
They are, and they're only $1.75 or $1.50. Yeah.
So good.
But no, I start nachos just because I love that soggy chip with a jalapeno on it. I bench the pretzel with cheese, and I cut the hot dog.
The nachos out at the K, though, pretty much suck. I mean, you get a bag of chips and a can of cheese.
Nowadays. Yeah, now they make you, it's like deconstructive.
Yeah, no, you
and
gotta
the
make
jalapenos
that.
come like in a bag.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
I think I'd still
could do
take
that
it
at
first,
home.
I think I'd still take it first. Still starting it.
I do love me some of that. Man, Salvador Perez has a big tongue.
That's the new thing now. Everybody's going to show their tongue at Jazz.
Can we do that at the bar, Mac?
Let's show our tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that scene from Scarface. He's like, what are you doing, man? You a lizard? That's how you get that's how you get the ladies, Tony. Anyways.
Head coaches?
Sure.
What do you think? KOC, LaFleur, Sean McVay?
I'm starting Sean McVay. He's a Super Bowl champion. I'm benching Kevin O'Connell, and I'm cutting LaFleur.
I'm starting Kevin O'Connell because of the resurgence he's given Sam Darnold, and he's 5-0. You have to start that guy. I'm benching LaFleur, Peter's brother, dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dip, dodge. I don't know. And then McVay's getting cut, man. Sorry.
Whew. This is a tough one.
It is.
I'm living in the now, though. I'm living in the now. I'm not living in 2019, 2020.
I think we're all going to have different answers here because I'm going to start Matt LaFleur. I'm going to bench Sean McVay, and I will cut really hard. I'm going to cut KOC.
Why?
Because he respects you, and he doesn't want your wife looking at other men.
No, I don't care. She does. It's good for the relationship, right?
Well, I started Matt LaFleur, who Jen obviously
Too short, she says now. So
he's 5'10", I think. I mean,
I looked at Bob's.
When you're dating or you're married to a 5'11" and 3/4 striking gentleman like myself, 5'10" is very short.
Exactly.
Wearing bird dogs with no draws.
That's right.
Bird dog Bob there for you. I have a good start bench cut because I am a member of this list. Which guy are you starting, benching, and cutting? Golf guy, slow pitch softball guy, or hunter guy?
I mean, I'm going to start hunter guy just out of default because slow pitch softball guy and golf guy drive me to drink.
Sorry.
I don't care about your golf game.
I know.
I don't care about your fantasy team. I don't care about your bets, and I clearly don't care about your softball conquering.
Do you want to know what my handicap is?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, fantasy football guy is a thing too. 9 to 10, 96.5.
I mean, I could give you my distance of every club if you like. Okay,
I
never mind.
appreciate it.
okay.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think hunter guy.
Yeah, just
Start
out of
hunter
default.
guy?
Like I like hunter guy
doesn't talk to you
because
about it.
no, they really don't.
No.
Hunter guy really, unless like you're having a conversation
Exactly.
and it comes up.
up.
Golf guy walks into a bar, goes, dude, shot 200 today. Yeah, we don't care, man. Like we're sitting here trying to have a couple of beers, and you walked in your gray slacks that are kind of like that material. I don't know what it's like, but it's like not cotton. It's like elastic. You can bend in the waist a little bit more. Got your tea behind your ear and one in your mouth.
Oh yeah.
I tell you what, man. I just went out there today. I was 200, and that third hole. You know where a dog's like nobody cares.
Is my golf tee still behind you?
It is.
Okay. That fell out of my hat when I brought it here after a round of golf at Adams Point. Gotta love that.
Get your ball marker on your brim. The hat that says, beavers across it.
Mm-hmm. I have a golf hat on right now from the Masters. I feel very attacked.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something, man. That dog leg right there on hole 3 down at Shoal Creek. Oh, man, that's a killer.
Keep roasting me. I feel all this coming out right now.
Personal.
I'm cutting softball guy.
Because he always wears number 69, too.
No, that softball guy I like. The softball guy I don't like is the guy that wears the eye black professional baseball pants who's mid-30s that still thinks he's playing Major League Baseball.
Yes.
Oh, the guy who goes full uniform.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Oh, I saw a video of one of those guys, definitely in his mid-30s. It was like, bro, why are you laughing? Like having a post-game meeting about, I'm sick and tired of this. We're not getting the runs. Dude, why are you laughing? It's like, dude, no one cares. Shut up.
That's why people don't want to play with me, man.
You guys don't work in construction. All these dudes talk about is hunting, what a season it is, what is coming up, their time in the blind, the cold weather, so annoying.
But hunting is such a brief season, too, right?
I love hunter guy because I can't do it because I've got too much ADD and I'm too loud. I feel like it's over here. Like, dude, shut up.
Boy, you should see these deer on Indian Creek Trail when I'm out there running with no shirt on.
No doubt.
I mean, they're right there, and I'm like, God, the deer population, we've done a terrible job in this country. We've cut down all the trees. They have nowhere to go. Like, I truly feel bad for these deer. And then I had venison one time. It wasn't bad.
I feel bad for the deer until they cause car wrecks going 70 miles an hour.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's bad because we continue to cut down trees to build apartments.
Yeah.
Or another strip mall.
Somebody says, which guy do you want to cut? Dart guy, bowling guy, billiards guy.
Dart guy. Dart guy.
I got a dartboard in my garage. I'll play anytime.
That's fine. We all have like the dartboard, right? Do you bring your own darts to a bar?
No, but I mean my buddies that play in dart leagues do.
That's different. That's a league. You're going out for cocktails on a Tuesday to like double nickel out in Olathe. You're packing your own darts, and I'm not talking cigarettes.
That's right.
Or the guy who brings his own pool cue to a bar. This ain't Roadhouse, man.
Guy that brings his own clubs to Top Golf. Guilty.
Come on.
I know. I'm sorry. What's your talent?
You bring your own putter to mini golf too?
That's cringe.
No.
That really is,
That
man.
was cringe.
That's bad.
No,
You're rolling in the Top Golf. Got the backpack bag. Here I am. I'm a Top Golf and got my own club. Ooh, the wind and you're throwing grass.
Bob hates golf because he can't hit a golf ball.
I think it's a colossal waste of time. But no, there's truth to that too.
Yep.
I mean, I couldn't get out of the baseball swing and didn't like it, and like I'm not wasting my time. I'm gonna be with my kids and my wife.
Speaking of wasting
especially
time,
on Tuesdays.
Jazz Chisholm's wasting his time playing baseball the rest of the series because after that comedy made that we'll dive into on the other side, it might just be the potion that wakes the sleeping giant here in Kansas City. Mac Morey, Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens. You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Kansas City sports. 96.5 The Fan.
We hear a lot from our patients after we've successfully treated their erectile dysfunction. But one thing we hear the most is, why didn't I get treated sooner? This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, and if you're suffering with ED and all the emotional and relationship problems it causes, don't wait. Call us today. ED is simply a medical condition like any other, and for most men, it's fully treatable, which means you can get your sex life back. And I'm not talking about sex that's just okay, by the way. I'm talking about good sex with the ability to enjoy intimacy without the anxiety that affects so many men who have ED. In fact, you might find you're performing like you haven't in years. At Heartland Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated thousands of men with protocols that are successful in well over 90% of cases. And we have a variety of treatments and treatment combinations so you can get the one that's right for you. So stop waiting and call us. Your first visit includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Tune in this week to kick off with Boomer and Valenti to hear the Sims Spotlight featuring Super Bowl winning quarterback Phil Simms. Brought to you by Balance of Nature. Balance of Nature supplements, changing the world one life at a time.
Having unexpected car trouble or just in a car accident? You need Jay's Southland Tow Service. They have over 20 years of experience servicing the KC Metro. They specialize in light, medium, and heavy duty, as well as commercial transport and construction equipment. Keep this number handy, 816-779-4869 or southlandtow.com. Use the tow service trusted by most local police departments, Jay's Southland Tow Service. There's nothing they can't do, so be in the know and use Jay's Southland Tow.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights. Open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Save on O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner. Get 2 cans of O'Reilly Brake Parts Cleaner for just $8. Valid in-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It takes a lot to prepare for game day as a dedicated fan, and preparing the perfect tailgate meal might be most important of all. That's why Hellmann's Real Mayonnaise is the MVP. Hellmann's Mayonnaise is the secret to bring out the rich and creamy taste to all your game day dishes, from buffalo chicken dip to your favorite sub sandwich and everything in between. So give it a try, and mayo game day be delicious with Hellmann's Real Mayonnaise. Shop at your local Walmart, Kroger, or grocery store, and add some extra deliciousness to your game day dishes this football season.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Your coworkers might annoy you, but we promise we won't. Download the free Odyssey app and you can listen to us at work while you tackle your inbox or get ready for another meeting that probably could have been an email. Tune in late? You can rewind your favorite live shows to catch what you missed. And with Chapters, easily jump to the topics that you care about most, like the latest updates from your team. Your sports talk, your way. The Odyssey app. Download it today.
Today, expect sunny skies with a high of 77.
Weather brought to you by Robert Half. Robert Half's recruiting professionals use their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. Learn more at roberthalf.com/talent today.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios.
I think we might have found a new type of start bench cut that we can do every single week. It is the guy start bench cut.
Oh, God,
Mac
yes.
and I already have one for next week that we're not going to tell you.
Oh, why?
Secrets.
All right.
You'll like it.
Yeah.
You got to forget it next week.
No, I don't. I don't forget long term. I forget short term.
What?
Thanks, Missouri. Hey.
Hey-oh. Speaking of short term,
yeah, go ahead.
Robert Saleh.
And gone.
See ya.
Yeah, Good Morning Football's in a rerun.
I was going to say it has to be, man. Like,
there used to be an afternoon host in this town on the AM side who would record things. And, so anyway, here we sit. Robert Saleh fired this morning by the Jets. Nobody should be shocked by this, right? He's 20-32. The real question for me is going to be who is the interim coach? Because if you go with Nate Hackett, oh, my God.
Nah, they're going to give Aaron Rodgers a job.
You think he's going to retire from playing, or is he going to be playing?
No, he's going to be the first ever coach quarterback.
I do like that
of the team.
Yeah, I do like that.
You've got a conspiracy theory. That's my conspiracy theory.
Here's my conspiracy theory on this: the Jets did all of this to take all the pressure off of Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Because in New York today, they probably started Aaron Judge sucks, Aaron Judge sucks, Aaron Judge sucks. I promise you this. The Yankees will not be mentioned again in New York today. It is all about the Jets.
That's right.
And what a joke that they really are as a franchise. Again, I keep going back to this today because I just really am enamored with Andy Reid. The Andy Reid appreciation segment that I just think needs to happen almost daily.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have Andy Reid, and you had Robert Saleh. Like, it's just, this is why I've said for over a decade now, I could be a coach in the NFL. You telling me I couldn't do what Robert Saleh just did in New York and walk away with millions of dollars? Like, I guess he was sideways with Aaron Rodgers, right? It sure seemed like it. They didn't want to hug and all this other stuff and whatnot. And here we are now, 5 games in? They're 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
And they fired Robert Saleh.
And he's over there like, give me the play, give me the play.
So who's going to be the interim? And I honestly,
It's
feel like
announced, the interim.
Who?
It'll be the DC, which makes sense.
The
It'll
DC.
be Jeff Uelberg.
Yeah. They'll promote
universe?
that guy. But you know what? Their defense has not been that good. You know, they're riding on it's 2022. They still think it's Sauce Gardner from his rookie year and Boy, what a mess. What a glorious, glorious mess. And every time something like this happens, I look at our team and I go, Andy's got this. We're fine.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that we worry about, like, do you think Sky Moore will ever get a catch? The Jets are firing their coach in week 5 of the NFL season when all they needed was Aaron Rodgers to come back healthy and they were going to dominate the world. And here they sit at 2-3.
Are you surprised he's the first one to go?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
I'm surprised he's gone this early.
I am surprised it's now. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
surprised,
not surprised
he's gone this early.
Well, we talked about a diva the other day and comparing him to Russell Wilson, another diva. Aaron Rodgers had something to do with this, and there's no doubt he was making
question,
noise.
Yeah.
And I think he was probably putting their feet to the fire and making some noise. And they're okay, we got to do this now. So I think, to me, I think that was the pressure. That's where that was coming from.
But what do you do? Like if you're Aaron Rodgers, do you sit next to the Johnson & Johnson guy on the plane on the ride home from London and say we need to fire this guy? Like Aaron Rodgers is a jackass. He's a douche. He's a narcissistic, and there's just so many words to use to describe Aaron Rodgers, right? None of those were bad. No, I mean, they're all true.
Yeah. I thought you were getting ready to go down the cuss line.
No. I wasn't.
Okay.
I'm just thinking out loud as the story is breaking in front of us, and we're watching Adam Schefter in a car right now.
He's in the back seat.
Yeah, like he's being chauffeured around, which is really embarrassing.
Is Morgan Freeman driving?
I mean, who's driving Schefter? Who's got that job?
Whoever it is, I hope they have the glass shield that kills the volume in the back.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, right.
What is there to know about? Like, why do you need Schefter here? I'm being dead serious. Like, I know he's the NFL insider and all that, but like Robert Saleh's
because
fired.
you're not
Adam,
capable
can you
of
give us
talking
more?
about yourself. I guess. I don't know. Like, give us more. Well, yes, he's still fired. What was the question? Oh, Aaron Rodgers. So does he go into the office like if I was the owner of the Jets, I'd look at Aaron Rodgers and go, quite frankly, sir, what the hell have you done in these last 2 years?
Right.
You're sitting here blaming this coach, and maybe he does deserve to be blamed. They're 20-32, okay? Under this guy, 20-32. But if I was the owner, I'd look at Aaron Rodgers and go, like, there's lemon laws in this country when you buy a car, right? Like if it breaks like within 2 days, you get to take it back. Those are lemon laws. Aaron Rodgers is a lemon. The Jets bought a bad product, a broken down jalopy. He's an Edsel. And this guy, I feel bad for Robert Saleh in this situation because Robert Saleh did what all of us would do. Oh, we got a chance to get Aaron Rodgers. Let's go get Aaron Rodgers. And fine, if I'm going to coexist with this guy, it's got to kind of be his way. He's got the street cred, allegedly. We've all would do what Robert Saleh did, sell your soul for this. But I just feel bad for Robert Saleh because Aaron Rodgers is not going to have any culpability when he's on McAfee later today and say, I played a role in this as well. Because you did, Aaron. You suck. And you're a narcissist. And narcissists don't know they suck.
No. Or at least they don't think they do.
He's the LeBron James of the NFL minus like 7 title appearances, all the MVPs, and every accolade ever.
But LeBron has had success.
That's what I'm saying.
Aaron Rodgers is like the NFL's version of Aaron Judge.
Okay.
Big games. What is he, under 500 now in the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken? And he may never get another playoff game again. All of a sudden, moving this defensive coordinator, head coach is going to change things.
Who's next is my question.
I mean, it could be Cincinnati.
Nah.
I think that's more of like a Sean McDermott last year. Like where it's like, hey, man, you're done screwing up. Like there's no more of that.
So who do you think it is then? It's
Peterson. I think it's Doug.
You know, had they not won this past weekend, there may have been a race to see who fires who first, right?
And I mean, that should tell you right there. Like, what do they say? Like, teams don't want to do anything that, like, jeopardizes, like, the faith of the fandom. Like, that maybe they're saying the season's over.
Yeah.
I don't think a coach firing says that. But
I think that excites the Jet fans.
I was going to say, I think that does the opposite. I think now Jets fans and Fireman Fred are all going to be there ready for their new shot. And you know the Jets players are going to rally around this.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers is their quarterback. He's their leader. Like him or not, the players play for him. They like him. And now he's going to be like, all right, guys. Now we know what to do.
Okay, so let me ask you this, though. this guy was the defensive head coach, right? He had nothing to do with the offense.
No.
How's that going to make the offense all of a sudden better? You think he's over there saying, oh, don't call these plays? And if he's doing that, he deserved to be fired. You stay out of the way unless you're Andy Reid.
Right.
You know, but he's a defensive head coach. How is it going to get better from an offensive standpoint? Aaron Rodgers, through 5 weeks, has scored 93 points, the same amount that Zach Wilson scored through 5 weeks last year.
Yeah.
How's that on the defensive-minded head coach? Like, sometimes you just got to realize players have a shelf life. Aaron Rodgers is long expired.
Right. I mean, like, I don't know. It's tough because, I mean, you look at what Aaron Rodgers and Robert Saleh's relationship was, right? We all know it was not loved. It was not liked. Neither one of them liked each other, which can cause a storm cloud upon the entire team, whether he's defensive or offensive. And apparently he was too offensive to Aaron Rodgers, and now he has seen his way out. And I think that's probably one of those things where, we've talked to guys who have been fired, and they've told us, like, honestly, I love it now. I don't have to worry about that sort of stuff anymore. And maybe this is one of those things that, like, sometimes people fake it to make it in relationships, right? Oh, I really love. Do you love that person or do you not love that? Because if you don't, you need to end it now. Don't try to force it. This was clearly forced. From the weird hug on that Monday night game or whatever that was.
He pushed the man away.
Because he didn't know. And, like, you kind of always knew, like, in the offseason, like Aaron Rodgers in his comments. And we saw this coming. And I think this is also ownership telling Aaron Rodgers as well, hey, man, we did you your favor. You did not want this guy here. You guys did not get along. He didn't let you run the offense that you're trying to run, even though he's a defensive-minded guy. Now you have zero excuses.
Now you have zero excuses, so you take the excuses away. Okay, I can get on board with that.
And they think this is an addition by subtraction.
But are they now going to go get Devontae Adams too?
Well, now it's Aaron Rodgers' team, so they do. It's all on him.
Yeah.
And if he does, they better do something with it.
I will say this. Aaron Rodgers' legacy is on the line with this, man. Aaron Rodgers' legacy is on the line.
Is it?
Yeah. Because I think he is one of the great underachievers in sports. And I think the Green Bay Packers from about 1992 up until Aaron Rodgers left that organization is one of the most underachieving organizations in all of sports. You had Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, and you won one Super Bowl with each of them. And that's it. That's it. Joe Flacco has as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think his legacy is over. I mean, he's one?
Brad Johnson has as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers.
Keep going.
Trent Dilfer has as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers. Jeff Hostetler has as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers.
So Drew Brees?
Drew Brees has as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers. I thought they underachieved, too, as we're seeing right now. Bo Nix has taken over that show in Denver. He just told Sean Payton to sit down.
I don't think Rodgers, like, let's say it goes the best case. Let's say he wins a Super Bowl this year. Never going to happen. Let's say he doesn't, okay? It wouldn't up his ranking in the all-time list that much. He'd move up. He's, what, the 7th or 6th best quarterback of all time? Maybe the 8th or 9th? What, is he going to move up one spot? And if it goes bad this year, which it already has, he's not moving down, and he's a top 10 quarterback of all time.
Based on?
The numbers, based on the talent. I think he's the second most talented quarterback to ever enter the National Football League behind Patrick LaVon.
But why doesn't he win championships? Why does he crumble in the postseason? Why is he under 500? Like, I can't put him in that same category, man. Like, I get it. The regular season's great. Ask Aaron Judge. What do you do when it matters most? Nobody remembers wild card teams.
12-10 in the playoffs.
I remember the 2014 wild card team.
Nobody remembers that. You got to go out there and you got to perform in the postseason, especially when you're a quarterback.
Around 6,000 yards in the playoffs, 45 touchdowns, 13 picks.
And what's his overall record?
12-10?
12-10. Yeah.
Not
great. What, he has 4 MVPs? Is that what he has? He has, like,
I believe so. Yeah,
the
a lot of
award.
A regular season award,
No, I get it.
Like, to me, when the moment's big, Aaron Rodgers is small.
Well, to me, it's like Manning has 2 Super Bowls, but really, like, Manning has 1. Like, he was god-awful. He threw 20 picks in that second season.
Right.
Like, and Manning, I mean, he's the 3rd best quarterback of all time, 4th best quarterback of all time. So, I mean, you can't just look at the chips. But I get that's what we do.
But that's what we do, right? Like, we look at whatever we want to look at that's going to make our argument better for that individual, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right?
Of course.
No matter what it is, right? Let's call it what it is. Like, You know, people don't want to put Eli Manning in that great category. He's got 2 Super Bowl championships. He's got twice as many Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers. How many Super Bowls has Aaron Rodgers been to?
Who cares?
2, right?
And now Gleyber Torres, the right-handed batter, digs in against Irsay. In comes the pitch. First pitch fastball, ground ball Witt. He's going to go to first. Out at first. Game over. Royals win it and get the series even.
You can go to New York and talk about Robert Saleh. We're in Kansas City celebrating a team that beat the New York Yankees last night 4-2. The Royals come back to Kansas City on Wednesday night. The town will be rocking. The crowd will be blue, and I cannot wait to see all of you out there. Should be a great time. Bob, you'll be shirtless by the 7th inning. You'll be cheering on Mustard in the hot dog race. And
Relish.
Relish. I do love that too. But last night was important for this team, right? Last night was huge for the Kansas City Royals because the fact you go down 0-2, your backs are definitely against the wall. The Yankees spit in your face. You wiped it off and spit back, and that's the type of tenacity and the courageousness I want to see from the Royals.
Yeah, you get back home now. You have an opportunity to end this thing without going back to New York. I personally think it's going to go Game 5 because the Yankees are money, and they're going to try to milk this thing for as long as they possibly can at the Major League Baseball headquarters. So I do think it's going to go a Game 5, but you have an opportunity to take care of business. Go out there and pound the Yankees into oblivion. You got Seth Lugo going tomorrow night, right? That's a big deal. He is a Cy Young type of pitcher. That is a game you should go out there and win. Clarkie Schmidt is pitching for the Yankees. I don't know who that is. So you go out there and you got an opportunity with arguably your ace or ace 1A, 1B, and Reagans and Lugo going tomorrow night. You get that game, then you have an opportunity going in Thursday to clinch this thing and wrap this thing up, with Michael Wacha potentially on the mound for the Royals. So everything's in your favor right now. You're a better team than the Yankees. I'm tired of hearing the Yankees are the better team. The Yankees are the better team. If the Yankees are the better team, then they're winning games. And they're not, having 2 on with nobody out in the first inning and not driving those guys in. They're not the better team. And this is what we said going into this series. I said, I love our matchup with the Yankees. I think the Royals are going to win this thing. Oh, how could you say? Because the Yankees are a myth. The Yankees are on paper. The Royals are real. They're players. They go out there and they earn this thing. They don't go out there and just say, well, I'm putting on the pinstripe, so I should win this series. No, they're going out there and they're winning this series. The Yankees have taken this thing for granted, and they're just not a very tough team. And the Royals are a much tougher team than the Yankees. That's why they're going to win this series.
No doubt about it. They're also going to win this series because certain people in certain sports don't know how to just keep their mouth shut and just move on.
Still feels the same that we're going to win it, I don't feel like anybody feels any different, We're going to go out there and do our thing still. We still don't feel like any team is better than us. Like you said, we had a lot of missed opportunities tonight, so they just got lucky.
Not only that, but never in my life did I think a town would turn to the fandom of Joe Buck and hate Bob Costas.
Hit to short. Witt gets the force. Can they turn 2? Yes, they can, and it's just the point we were making. It's not Giancarlo's fault. A near base hit. Couldn't beat it out at the other end. Turns into a double play.
Yes, they can. Bob Costas. Come on, man. You're better than that. You're better than that. You're not Vince Scully. You're not Danny Matthews. And you just had an opportunity right there to kind of not let everybody know that you're rooting for the Yankees, Mr. Syracuse grad.
Right.
Like, just do your job the right way.
See, the thing is, people think Joe Buck was rooting against the Royals with Madison Bumgarner on the mound. Joe Buck was celebrating the Madison Bumgarner domination, which it was, right?
Yeah.
Bob Costas is clearly pissed that Giancarlo Stanton grounded into a double. Listen to the way that his voice changes.
Oh, yeah.
Hit to short. Witt gets the force. Can they turn 2? Yes, they can, and it's just the point we were making. It's not Giancarlo's fault. A near base hit.
It's like
couldn't beat it out at the other end. Turns into a double play.
Yeah, it's
Is it the pitcher's fault?
I don't know what that even means, right? Here's the thing. Bob Costas is like a kid on Christmas morning who opens the first package and it's socks, and then it's underwear.
Socks. Love it.
As an adult, it's great stuff, right? You give socks every year. It's a great gift. As an adult, you're a kid. You don't want socks. You want toys. Bob Costas sounded like a kid who just opened socks and underwear on Christmas morning, like so upset that Stanton grounded into that double play, so upset that the Yankees, I don't want to say are on the brink of elimination, but I feel like they're on the brink of elimination right now. And Bob Costas is just so depressed that this may be the first time in his broadcasting career that the Yankees lose a series when he's behind the mic. The Yankees are 7-0 in series with Bob Costas calling them in the playoffs. They're going to be 7-1, and Bob Costas' perfect record is going by way of the wayside. And I gave Bob the benefit of the doubt. A lot of hate for Bob leading into this series. And then I heard that call, and I'm just like, could you make it any more obvious that you're rooting for the Yankees? Could you make it any more obvious in that cut? God.
I mean, I'll tell you this. Nothing that they do beyond this season will get me more fired up for the Royals, right? I mean, I don't know if I can winning a World Series, obviously.
Right.
But, everything that I've wanted, the Royals have given, right? I wanted this team to be competitive all the way up to training camp. Did that times 1,000. I wanted this Yankee-Royal rivalry to come back.
Oh, it's back.
And now I want the Cleveland Guardians. I don't want anything to do with Detroit,
You don't
man.
want to see Scooble 3 times.
And what'd you call him?
Madison Bumgarner.
I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with Detroit. I want Cleveland. That's where it started. That's who they were going for. And the Yankees are doing exactly what I wanted. Rodon goes out there last night and he's doing the tongue salute, whatever he's doing.
They always say in sports, act like you've been there, right?
Well, Rodon hadn't been there, apparently. And my stepdad, bless his heart, nicest guy in the world, bigger football guy than baseball guy. His mom, diehard baseball fan, loved the Royals, favorite player of all time, Freddie Patek. Shout out Peggy, but R.I.P. But the one thing he texted me last night, and I'll never get over this. He goes, all right, I'm in. And I said, what's going on? He goes, I hate the Yankees again. It brings me back to my kid days. I was like, this is exactly what I wanted. It took a fandom from then and a fandom from now and all in between. And when you see these people do that, it's like, this is what you want. You want this hatred. You want this fire. And then when the flame is as hot as it was for the Yankees, adding all that just to get, shut down, Sal Perez fires back with his Gene Simmons tongue. Chisholm drops that line of they got lucky.
They got lucky.
And now you get to come to Kansas City. The underdogs, the people that everyone forgot about, the small market team, the analytical manager named Matt Quatrero that's going to kick your ass with a cheese blanket and be on the show tomorrow at 9. Boy, good luck. Good luck. I'm not going to say you're going to get lucky because that ain't me, man. I'll play the Daft Punk song all day.
Yeah, but
I ain't going to say you got lucky. Just welcome to the Blue Sea.
If there's been any luck, it's been MLB not overturning the call on Jazz Chisholm at second base in Game 1. That's been the only luck in this series. I think they've been 2 really good baseball games.
Sure.
And they've taken longer than normal this year. They've been 3.5 hour ball games. Hasn't felt like it. You've been on the edge of your seat for every pitch. But to say that luck is involved is number one, it's an insult to the Royals. And number two, it's an insult to the game because there was 0 luck involved in that game last night. It was just a well-played baseball game, and the Royals came up in clutch situations where your team did not. That's not luck. That's just being better.
Yeah. One more time.
Hit to short. Witt gets the force. Can they turn 2? Yes, they can, and it's just the point we were making. It's not Giancarlo's fault.
Whose
a
fault
near base
is
hit.
it?
Couldn't beat it out at the other end. Turns into a double play.
Still feels the same that we're going to win it, I don't feel like anybody feels any different, We're going to go out there and do our thing still. We still don't feel like any team is better than us. Like you said, we had a lot of missed opportunities tonight, so they just got lucky.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your new home for Chiefs football. 96.5, The Fan.
Playoff baseball is here, and BetMGM is bringing the energy with the first ever bullpen jackpot. That's right, opt into BetMGM's exclusive bullpen jackpot. Place a player to hit a home run bet for any MLB playoff game this fall, and you could win a share of $50,000 in bonus bets if your player homers into the bullpen. That's not all. This offer lasts throughout the playoffs and right into the World Series. Plus, keep your eyes on the bullpen. It'll be branded with BetMGM across all MLB ballparks every step of the way. Don't miss out. The bullpen jackpot could be your ticket to $50,000 in bonus bets. So bet your home run prop bets on BetMGM. Watch the bullpen and cash in if a player lands a home run where it counts. Only with the sportsbook born in Vegas. BetMGM. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. Kansas only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards are non-withdrawable bonus bets
that expire in 7 days. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Have you noticed your neighbors getting new roofs after the storms that came through this year? Then it's time to schedule a zero-pressure, in-depth inspection with Century Roofing's trusted roofing experts. We will determine if enough damage exists to warrant filing a claim. See for yourself why Century Roofing has been voted Best of Johnson County for the 3rd year in a row. Trust the pillars of strength with KC-based and female-owned. Century Roofing, your hometown roofing team. Century Roofing, KC.com.
Century Roofing, trust the pillars of strength.
If you had the crystal ball, you wouldn't agonize over when to sell your home. You'd just ask, should I sell while my home's value is sky high, or wait and hope the bottom doesn't drop out of the housing market? The thing is, I'm not ready to move. You don't need a crystal ball with TrueHold's Sell and Stay program. You can literally sell now and stay in your home as long as you like. When you sell your home to TrueHold for its best current value, you can fully cash out your home's equity, and you can stay in your home as long as you want with an easy, affordable lease. TrueHold pays property taxes, insurance, and maintenance too. TrueHold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. Get an offer now while your home's value is sky high, and use the money to secure your retirement, pay off bills, or finance your dreams. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit TrueHold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's current best value without moving. That's TrueHold.com.
Truck drivers, don't wait until 2025 to find a more reliable career. At Schneider, you'll enjoy reliable freight, a consistent schedule, the home time you want, and top quality driver support. No matter what kind of driving job or home time you're looking for, we have an opportunity for you. Plus, by driving for one of America's busiest carriers, you'll stay busy throughout the holiday season and into the new year. Don't wait. Search jobs near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
This is Gene at House of Diamonds. No paint-by-number custom jewelry, no bogus sales and financing offers, and absolutely no lab diamond ripoffs. Everything at House of Diamonds is real. House of Diamonds on the southeast corner of College and Quivira.
You could be on the 50 at GEHA Field for the official coin toss at a Chiefs home game this season. Enter to win at Chiefs.com/GEHA. GEHA is the proud partner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This is the story of the one. As a warehouse manager, her job is to transform chaos into clarity and to see patterns where others see problems. Luckily, she's got a partner who shares her perspective. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products, backed by real person support and in-depth online resources, so she can tackle every task with precision and turn potential setbacks into streamlined success. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights. Open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Is your vehicle stopping like it should? Does it squeal or grind when you brake? Don't miss out on summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Oh, Downy in the rinse change.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers.
one wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
To be baseball with the Royals. If you want to be having a great time, you want to be loving the fun, you want to see all of the excitement, this is the place and we're the one. If you want to be yelling like crazy for the guys you love to see, come on out and join us, this is the place you want to be. We're where you want to be. Baseball.
Here's the pitch. Salvi drills it high in the air, deep left field, no doubt about it. It's a home run, a game-tying blast from the Royals captain. A 402-foot home run for Salvador Perez. He rounds third and pounds his chest, and he ties the game at one in the top of the fourth inning.
There you go, 816. Can you play the audio of the fourth inning home run and RBI base hits, please?
There it is.
There you go. Right on cue. It's like you're reading our rundown.
Yeah.
Salvador Perez absolutely demolished that baseball, and I thought they finally got the camera covered right with the umpire's cam, because when he hit that, I mean, that baseball went from a grapefruit to a pea in a matter of like a second.
I don't like the umpire cam, and they had it on. I'm like, show me the right view, and then he hits that home run. You're like, oh, that's a shot.
You're
right
like, but
there.
only if it's that.
I mean, it was, but like, it gives me seasick. Like, I get motion sickness very easily, you know, and I'm like, whoa.
So did Rodon as soon as he hit that ball.
I mean, Rodon, I don't know that I've ever seen somebody take a game like they had in the first two innings and then do a complete 180 and fall flat on their face like Rodon. Like, Rodon's first two innings, and hopefully someday you'll get this reference better than I can explain it to you. Like, right before it's time for bed, kids have that final, like, you know, bizarre
burst
moment of energy, right? And then they collapse and they pass out. That was Rodon last night. He had that burst of energy. He was so good and so wound up in those first two innings, and then fell off the mound. And that was it. And he was never able to recover, and the Yankees were never able to recover from that. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's baseball at its finest. It's postseason baseball. It's what happens in these playoff games. If you miss opportunities, you miss the chance to win. And the Yankees missed that opportunity in the first inning, and it was over. It was done.
That's twice now. The Yankees have had opportunities in the first and didn't.
Right.
And didn't capitalize
and I'll
on
say this.
Mm-hmm.
You got lucky in game one that the first inning didn't come back and bite you in the ass, Jazz.
Let them ride that one. Let them ride that one.
I mean, what were you thinking last night? First two batters get on with a walk. You're not feeling real good, right? And then you realize Judge is up. You're like, okay, that's an out. And then the rest of the lineup, you think maybe they're going to do something. And Reagan's, man, you got to give that kid a lot of credit because he walks the first two batters. Stanton's talking, you know, smack. The Yankee Stadium crowd's going berserk. Rodon just made your first three batters look like Aaron Judge times three. And you got two guys on and nobody out in the first inning at Yankee Stadium, and you buckle down like you did. Damn, Cole Reagans was good last night.
Salvador Perez's home run, obviously, I think got everybody like hard and ready.
Yeah.
This was the moment where I was there.
Here's the pitch. And it's a changeup just a little bit low, apparently. That pitch looked like it was knee-high and good enough. But instead, it's 2-2. So Reagan's readies again. He fires. Soto waves and misses at a slider, strike three. Well, Reagans didn't get the call on the previous pitch, but he gets the swing on that one. 5 strikeouts for Cole Reagans, and there's one out in the bottom of the third.
Because if you remember that situation, and you know who Juan Soto is, who plays the heel very well.
Oh, he does a
better
nice
than
job.
most.
Yeah.
Reagan struck him out, and I mean 2 cold eyes into the soul of Juan Soto.
Well, look at what Juan Soto did his first at bat, right?
That's what he does.
Oh, you want to play games, Juan? Fine.
Yeah, come with the Texas kid, buddy. That's Cole Reagans, man.
Like, Cole Reagans is just cold-blooded.
I mean, he is, man. Like,
have you ever seen an emotion out of him at all? I mean, he did have a little bit last night, but like...
And in that wild card round.
Just, like, stoic.
He's awesome.
Stoic.
That's what you want in your ace. You want that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You want the guy that's got, stone cold piss water running through his veins.
He only pitched 4 innings. Let's get him back out there tomorrow.
Well, he threw a lot of pitches too.
Did,
but the thing that's crazy about that was, that's what's so great about this time of year with baseball, especially when it's the Yankees, because I think everybody can enjoy watching the Yankees lose outside of New York and Bob Costas. And when you see guys that you may never have heard of outside of the Kansas City market, like a Cole Reagans or maybe even like a Garrett Hampson, and people in Kansas City probably don't even really know either who Garrett Hampson is until now. But the thing
Garrett Hampson was in this room right now, none of us would know who he was. We'd be like, how you doing, sir? Can you get out of the way?
Yeah, like if he walked into Starbucks and they're like, what's the name? Like Garrett Hampson. They'd be like, Garrett Hampson?
Frank.
Is that? Like, wait a minute. Which I forget what Ned's name
Frank.
is. Oh, is that what? Yeah, that's right. And I think the thing that's great about this, and this is why I think I'm always baseball 1, football 2, is that, yes, baseball season is long, boring. There's not a lot of emotion. As soon as playoff baseball starts, I mean, look at every series right now, right?
They're
Mets,
all 1-1. First time ever that series are all 1-1.
Mets, Phillies, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, God.
Who's got the more heartbreaking fan base, right? Or like when it comes to emotion, right? Phillies fans, Mets fans. You look at what Scooble did yesterday in Cleveland, striking all those guys out and then being like, come on, where you at? I can't hear you.
Right.
And then you see Carlos Rodon do that to the Royals, and the Royals retaliated. Right?
Yeah.
And so there's all this sort of like, let's get it going. We're in this moment. You're seeing uncharacteristic things happen to people that you would never see, like Salvador Perez. I've never seen his tongue in disgust. Like I've seen him like, chewing bubble gum and stuff like that, but not like, hey, we remember this. And then you remember Kendrys Morales when he hit that home run against Houston.
That's
the
right.
slash on the net. You never saw
No,
Kendrys
you never
Morales show
did.
emotion.
But it's baseball playoffs.
And I love it.
It's just different. And like baseball playoffs, I say this now because we're in the moment, and it may be in the moment, but it's the best. It really is. When you have a team in it. When your team's not in when your team's not in it, it doesn't register. You don't pay attention to it. But when your team's in it, you're paying attention to all the other series that are going on, and they're all really compelling in their own way, right? They're all tied 1-1. Home field advantage is totally irrelevant in baseball. In fact, I would rather be the visiting team because you get that first opportunity to score. And when you score a run and take a lead in the postseason, immediately turns up the pressure on the opposition. So I do think the visiting teams do have more an advantage in the postseason. Yeah, you get your last licks at home, but man, if you're behind early, then the pressure ramps up and you just never recover. It becomes, kind of this snowball effect that we're seeing for a lot of these teams right now. But the Dodger-Padres series has become compelling now, too, because those are two cities that hate each other. I mean, you saw what happened the other night. Right now, this thing shifts back to San Diego today.
And that's what's great is that it's always someone else that starts it, and then someone else tries to finish it. Shohei Ohtani, do we really see a lot of emotion from him?
No.
He hit that home run in game 1 and threw the bat.
Oh, God, yes.
And then Juraxen Profar makes that catch, and the fireworks go off. Everybody in the stadium is like freaking out, and then all of a sudden he's like, guess what? And it's like, that's great.
That was,
it's
I mean,
amazing.
he deked everybody, didn't he?
From the PA to the crowd to the guy that had a front row seat that knew he didn't catch it, but the actual player hit it, and the fireworks go off. Then he's like, "Oh, by the way,"
and then the dude's round and set. Like,
Mookie Betts, yeah.
Oh, what a catch.
I mean, it's great. And
What
that's
a
playoff
play.
baseball. You just have to wait the entire time to get it. It's like Masters Sunday.
Yeah.
Right?
You
got to play 3 rounds just to get to the event.
You have the regular season. Like, if that's a catch in the regular season, he's probably showboating and having a good time, right? No, he did not do that. He totally deked everybody out, and it was unbelievable. What a great catch. And then that fight started. Did you see how that fight started where they started throwing stuff at
Yeah,
the
in the
fan?
bullpen, too.
Right? So Profar bring a ball, gave it to a Dodger fan, just handed him a baseball, and the guy threw it back, and that's what started the fight. They said Jurickson Profar threw the ball into the stands. He handed it to the guy. So it's on out there. Mets and Phillies today. We got ourselves a nice little slate. Take a deep breath.
That's right.
And we'll get back at it
We
tomorrow.
know Bob's going to get lucky tonight because it's Tuesday. You all can go do nice things for somebody and make sure their day goes lucky as you can go do nice things. Never know. Could change their day, week, month, or year. Shout out to Blair for your day yesterday at the Arrowhead parking lot. Stay nice, stay kind, stay safe. Kansas City, we love you. Cody and Gold coming up next on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe